Hello, welcome to the training. So in today's training, I'm going to be talking about digital marketing plus AI, and it's for beginners. So if you're looking to start your career in digital marketing or you want to grow your business, this is the best training for you in Nigeria or anywhere in the world. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing is let's talk about the cost structure. Now, we're going to be talking about some major stuff of digital marketing, what is made up of digital marketing. Of course, we know that digital marketing have different components. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be talking about in this video is the introduction to digital marketing. You know, the foundation of digital marketing, the basis of digital marketing, what is made up of digital marketing. Okay, then we'll move on to the SEO. That means search engine optimization, right? And search engine optimization is just the process of ranking your website at the first page of Google. It's just like driving organic traffic to a website. That is the free method of marketing, right? So then we move on to social media marketing, how to use social media to promote your product or service, okay? And then we move on to Facebook ads. We're going to be teaching you everything in this training. And then we move on to Google ads, so how to run search campaigns, display campaign, uh, and then move on to content marketing, right? So how to promote your product or service using a very conversion content. Okay, then move on to email marketing and freelancing. Okay, so that's what we're going to be talking about in this training. Now, of course, we know that data marketing is very elaborate, it's very big, it's not something that you can hawk over up. You understand? But this training is going to help you to get started. You understand? It's going to give you the insight about digital marketing and how you can start to grow your business or start your career in digital marketing. Okay. This video is perfect for everyone who wants to start their career in digital marketing. If you want to become an expert and learn digital marketing practically with us, the Nigeria Digital Academy provides online and physical training in Lagos for everyone who wants to become an expert in digital marketing. So if you are the one, make sure you call the number on your screen or click the link in the description to get started. And in less than 24 hours, we'll get in touch with you. Please, as we start the training, please do like, comment, or tell us any videos you want us to create in the future. And don't forget to subscribe so that we can provide you more video courses on digital marketing and the likes. Thank you very much. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about, why digital marketing? We've been hearing about digital marketing. We've been seeing on LinkedIn about businesses, company looking for digital marketing, looking for SEO specialists, you understand? Looking for email marketers, looking for web developers. So why digital marketing? The first point I dropped here is that businesses are actually moving online faster than ever. That means that businesses are actually moving online before, maybe some 1990s. Right now, businesses are actually moving, online. Businesses are looking for the ways to promote their products more to people online because more people are on social media now than to see people in physical is very rare than so more people are actually going online digital right now. And of course we're now in the AI age for like 2 years now. Of course AI has been happening for the past few years, but it's more it's more popular nowadays. So AI is actually changing how marketing is done. So that means AI tool is actually helping you to get marketing done faster. Before you have to hire a copywriter to, craft a copy, I mean, a hard copy or email copy or maybe a landing page copy. Now we have AI tools that can actually do that, provided that you, of course, you do the right thing, you give it the right prompt and stuff like that. So this training is going to give you the skill that you need to start your career or grow your business, and also give you the strategy you can start applying immediately, and also it will introduce you to the tools that you can actually be using on your day-to-day activities, to enhance your marketing journey. Basis of marketing, because of course, before we move on to anything, we want to really know the meaning of marketing. What is marketing? Because a lot of people are forgetting marketing right now. They are doing a lot of stuff and I think it's marketing. So what is the basic? What is marketing? Okay. As I said here, marketing is actually a posture. It's the process of promoting products, services, brands, or people. So it's not limited to products or service. It can be brands, it can be people. That means people like politicians, like musicians. When Davido or Wizkid or Burna Boy or any top artist in Nigeria want to, maybe release an album or release maybe a solo music right now, they started doing PR. That's marketing. They're promoting their song. If politicians now want to come, maybe they want to, maybe for election and stuff like that, they start coming and start telling people about what they will do, making promises. You understand? That is marketing. And as I said here, marketing is also changing perception in the audience mind. Like look at Twitter now coming, or any political person coming, our president also coming, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. also come in. You understand? Everyone of them come and talk to us about what they can offer, what they can produce for us. You understand? That is marketing. It's changing perception in people's mind, changing perception about what they have to offer to you. You know, so that you can trust them. You know, and support them. And so, as I said, examples are like product campaign, celebrity PR that you see here and there, on Twitter, on X now, on Instagram, on on all those entertainment Instagram account, and also political branding, of course. So that's just marketing. It's the process of promoting products, services, brands, or people online. Okay, so let's move on. An example is I gave an example of a billboard, right? It's like in maybe maybe you are traveling or going to work. You see all those billboards. Those are kind of marketing. You understand? So that's marketing. What is now digital marketing? We're talking about marketing. What is now digital marketing? Right? Now, digital marketing is doing marketing using the internet. That's just the meaning of digital marketing, right? Before we used to call it internet marketing. It's just now that people are actually calling it more of digital marketing. It's called the internet marketing. So you can actually interchange to like synonyms. You can actually interchange them. Okay. So we have different channels you can actually use to create marketing. Of course, we have the search engines, those like Google, Bing, and all those search engines that we have. We have the social media, we have the emails, or surveys, speakers, website. So these are different channels you can start implementing data marketing on. Okay. So the goal of data marketing, of course, is to reach the right people with the right message at the right time. That's just the meaning of digital marketing. You understand? You are reaching the right people with the right message at the right time. Now, why did I say though? Why did I say this? Of what like the goal of digital marketing. I'm going to move on to the next slide to talk more about why I mentioned the right people with the right message at the right time. Okay. The first thing is traditional versus digital marketing. Now, we have to do, we have to give a comparison. You understand? So that you can have that idea about digital marketing more. So what is traditional marketing? What is digital marketing? Of course, this is a good comparison I highlighted in this table. I said the cost, of course, the cost is high. Now, as I said, people advertising cost about 200 to 300,000 per month. I mean 3 million per month, depending on factors like maybe the location where you are, billboard type and campaign decision. So, for example, maybe in Lekki now, maybe in phase one now, the cost of billboard will be different from maybe when you are in maybe Abuja. You understand? So all those costs actually differs, of course, but it's very high. It's very high. The cost is very high. Unlike digital marketing, you can start a campaign right now. Maybe you have a business or you have something to sell. You can start with 1K budget. Yeah, Instagram, you can start with 1K budget. You can start with 2K. You can start with 3K. So it's flexible. You can actually even increase your campaign, and maybe the campaign is performing as expected. You can increase the campaign. Okay, I want to be spending 10,000, 30,000 per day. Understand? So the reach, of course, the second one is the reach. It's mostly local. For example, now it's people that if you put your billboard in maybe in Lekki phase one now, it's people that are passing towards that place that will see maybe some news, but it's people passing towards that place that will see your heart. So it's mostly local. It's mostly the people around that place that would like to see your heart. Why digital marketing is global? You can target people, right? You can target people in target people in maybe UK. If you're in Nigeria, you provide a service that, of course, UK people or USA people will likely, want to patronize. You can actually target people all over the world. That's digital marketing. You can't do that with traditional marketing. That's why most people are actually moving towards digital because they want to, reach out to people not in their own vicinity. You understand? Imagine your business in this part of the place where I am now, maybe you're on the mainland and you want to reach people in the highland. Of course, that's digital marketing. So it's you can actually target people not in your locality, in different states, in different countries with digital marketing. And also, I said targeting. Now, of course, you can't target people that, if you put your billboard in Lekki Phase 1 now, you can't just say it's this second of people that you want your house to be shown to. No, it's not possible. It's people that are working, whether the union, whether the 9 to 5, whether the real estate moguls, all this stuff. So you can't actually target. The target is actually for you can't even target with traditional marketing. You just play your hand on it and pray for people that that will likely patronize you to see you. There's nothing bad about the traditional marketing, it's just limited, you understand? Why the digital marketing is precise. You can target people by demographics, you understand? That means where they are, you can target people by who they are as well. So where they are, who they are, maybe they have a child, they have 9 to 5 job, they're working in this kind of sector, they're working in bank, they're working in a corporate job. You target people in this kind of path. with digital marketing, but you can't do that with traditional marketing. And also, the tracking of traditional marketing is very difficult. Understand? That means it's very, very difficult. That you can't actually, track how many people. The only thing you can actually have maybe the calls you are receiving. That's the only way you can actually track how many calls you are. Whether your billboard is, performing. You understand? And also easy. Of course, it's easy. With data marketing, it's kind of easy to try. You can track how many people landed on your website. You can track how many people went to your landing page. You can track how many minutes someone spent on your landing page to read about your offer. You can track how many minutes they went to the checkout form, fill the form if they didn't check out. You can track every sales funnels with digital marketing. But with traditional marketing, you can't do that. You are limited with the resources they have. It doesn't mean that it's bad. There are lots of companies, there are a lot of giant companies doing it. But most of these companies are not doing it just to get it. They're doing it for impression sake. They're doing it so that it can be at people's mind, top of people's mind. That's why most companies are doing it. But if you're a small business owner or you're someone that doesn't have a big project like that, of course, do digital marketing because digital marketing can give you your high back in less than compared to what traditional marketing would do. You understand? So let's move on to why business has to switch to digital. Now I've given you the comparison between that traditional and digital. And I now give some bullet point why businesses have to switch to digital. Of course, I mentioned earlier that it has better targeting. That means you can reach the exact audience. You can reach people by demographics and people where they are, who they are, what they like, their interest. You can reach people by that. You understand? So if you want to say, okay, people that like a certain kind of artist, you can target your ad to them. If you say you want to target any kind of stuff, so you can target people with this age limit. Okay, I want to target my ads to, I want to, show my ads to people that are around, 30 above. You understand? So, and also it's cost effective. It's cheaper than traditional media. As I said, the cost of a billboard now is like 200,000 in a very good area, of course. And some probably might be 150. You understand? It depends, but it's very more expensive, and it doesn't mean that it's going to convert. You get it? It doesn't mean that it's going to convert. If it converts good, it might not convert. Understand? And also, it's measurable. With digital marketing, you can measure all the clicks that you receive. Even all these platforms you're going to be using to promote your products or your service have this, have this tracking stuff that you can actually use. They have this data that it will give you at the end of the day that okay, this is how your ad performed. But the traditional marketing, you can't even track how many people watch the ad. You can only give an estimate. Okay, so people pass, which is not even how marketing is done. It's very poor way. Or except maybe a busy area. That's when traditional marketing is actually good. But digital marketing will do more than all this traditional marketing. So you can track leads, clicks, leads, sales in real time. You understand? And also it's very flexible. That means you can adjust campaign instantly. Let's say, of course, maybe you start a campaign now and the campaign is not actually doing well, you can pause it and move on to the next. In fact, maybe your campaign is doing well, you can put more money. Okay, maybe you are spending 5,000 before. You can say, okay, I want to be spending 10,000, 30,000 month, per day. But you can't do that with traditional marketing. If your billboard is there, unless your end of the month has finished, you can't tell them to refund your money. You understand? So it's very limited. And also with targeting, you can actually follow people up with traditional media. But with digital marketing, you can see you can follow up with people that show interest in whatever you're selling. So anybody that reacted with your post, anybody that visited your profile, anybody that clicked any link on your profile, you understand, on your page, you can actually or visit your website, you can touch, you can track them, you can retarget them with a similar ad, maybe with testimony, maybe someone went to your website, you fill out the form, but they didn't check out. You understand? You can actually track those kind of people. And all these all these data platforms, all these channels have have these tools that they can give you at the end of the day. You understand? And you're going to learn how to use them. Okay. So this is why you need to move, to digital, right? Listen, I hope you've been learning. So if you want to learn digital marketing practically with us, everything we've been covering, make sure you call the number on your screen or visit our website, nigedigitalacademy.com. And you can also find a link in the description and fill out the form and we'll get in touch with you in less than 24 hours. So let's talk about two types of digital marketing, of course. So we're talking about marketing, we're talking about digital marketing. we also have two types of digital marketing. Okay, so the first one is organic marketing. Now, organic marketing is just the process, the free method to attract customers. So you don't have to spend money on this. You don't have to. It's just a free method. It's a free way of getting it. You can create an Instagram account, TikTok account, YouTube videos, YouTube account, and start posting videos. You understand? Of course, it takes time to grow, but lasts longer, of course, because sometimes most people go viral, sometimes it takes time. So it's not that, you can't really determine the frequency. You understand? You can't determine that, okay, this is going to get you this result now. It depends on the algorithm. So you understand? It depends on if you are following the algorithm, or the algorithm actually likes you now, or the people that are watching your video actually likes you now, or your content actually likes you now. So it takes time, to grow. You understand? And I give an example using SEO, search engine optimization, which we're going to be talking about next. Then we'll talk about the content marketing. You can create a business account maybe on TikTok now and promote your business or product, and also social media posts, YouTube videos. Create a YouTube account and start promoting your product or service or your personal brand. It depends. Of course, so I gave some posts here. The post is free. That means that, of course, you can get, you don't have to pay any kind of money to get this done. You understand? It's free. If you create a business account, a TikTok account, provided you know some content that can push, which we're going to be teaching you, going to be teaching you how to get started in this video as well. So make sure you continue. And also, it's free. It also builds trust. Of course, if people search for something and find you, you can't build trust with them. You understand? Instead of pushing hearts on their face. You understand? So people like when it's organic kind of way. You understand? And also, the content is after, of course, slow results. For example, now SEO takes minimum of like 3 months to start getting results. That means it takes like 3 months for your website to start performing a little bit well on Google, or your content to start performing well. It depends. For example, if you go on TikTok now and start posting content, your content might not do well because TikTok kind of seems you are still new, but sometimes it does well. So we can't really see. You understand? But if you follow the algorithm, if you follow what people want every time when you are posting using the organic method, you're going to get traffic. People are going to follow, people are going to like you. So it's all about following what people want. That's marketing. You are not just creating things that you feel people will want. You must have done your market research. You must have done your trends, which is going to cover also in this video. So let's move on to the next. Of course, what is paid marketing? This is the second time. Now, paid marketing is, of course, it's more like you pay to get visibility instantly. So you are paying. If you have a business now, you want to run ads now, you create your campaign on Instagram within 24 hours you have to be approved, and it will start showing to people instantly. In fact, sometimes your ad can be approved in less than 30 minutes, in less than 10 minutes, and immediately it keeps showing to people. So that's paid marketing. So it can appear on search results, social media or other websites. I mean, search results like Google, or those being, they have ads that they show to their people. Social media as well, like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn. If you go on there, you're going to be seeing some ads. Those are paid marketing. You understand? Examples I gave here are Google ads, Facebook ad, Instagram post, sponsored ad, etc. You understand? So the post here is that it's quick traffic. That means you can get traffic very fast, and you can actually target audience. The organic method, you can actually target the people, or say maybe you are speaking out that this is for so. You understand? This is for if you are struggling with this is if you are struggling to save money, this is for you. You understand? With organic marketing, you can actually be speaking directly to these people. But it's not that you can't really know anybody that's coming because it's organic. But with paid marketing, you can target those people and say, okay, the only people I want my house to be shown to are people in this age bracket, are people who are following this kind of person, are people who have interest in this kind of person, are people searching for this kind of stuff. You understand? So the cost is that it costs money, you stop when budget ends. That means that most people are struggling right now because they don't have a good budget. So you need to learn the two ways of the two ways of digital marketing, which is the organic marketing and the paid marketing. I even advise my students that if you don't have a good budget and maybe you have some time, because organic marketing is work. You can start creating content and see whether your content can perform well, can do well, maybe on LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, and see maybe you can raise money from there. You can now scale your business or your products with paid marketing, because paid marketing costs money to get, especially now that The cost of ads are kind of increasing right now, but you should not be scared. We're going to be talking about how to do it very well in this video. We're going to be talking about SEO, Facebook ads, and other stuff of marketing so that you can be equipped. You understand? You can go in and start your career as a digital marketer. Okay. So why use both? Of course, paid is immediate visibility. Maybe you are running an event. You understand? Maybe you're running an event, you are running maybe a discount, you are running sales, and you want to do, of course, you can't focus on organic except you have a lot of followers. Even if you have a lot of followers on Instagram, Instagram can show you, if you have like 100,000 followers on Instagram now, Instagram won't show you how, if you're doing, Instagram won't show your content, your posts to everyone that followed you. Instagram or some platform wants you to spend money on the ads. TikTok is still kind of free now, but I'm very sure in the nearest future they will be very critical with how much views, how much your post is going viral, how much people. But in generally, not all your followers are going to see. That's why you need to run paid ads. You understand? So paid is immediate visibility. You can run paid ads to people that follow you on Instagram, for example. On Instagram, people that only followed you, people that reacted, you can feed your profile. You can run ads targeting this kind of people. It's immediate visibility. Organic is sustainable with long-term growth. It's very sustainable with organic because the more you work, the more work you do on your organic, more content you do, because it's a lot of work, the more you compound. You understand? So maybe after 6 months, 3 months, it's going to give you the results. Unlike paid ads that, of course, immediately you push the button, you create the campaign, you deposit money, you start showing concerns. You understand? So you have to start showing to people that are interested in what you are selling. Of course, as I said, the smart marketers combine both for maximum impact. So you need to learn the organic method and the paid method. So we're going to be talking about everything in this training. So let's talk about SEO. So this one of the types of organic marketing that we have. So SEO actually means search engine optimization. So we're going to be talking about how to optimize your website, how to rank on Google, and the likes. Okay. So the first thing is, what is SEO? SEO is a process of ranking higher on Google without paying for ads. So you are not paying for ads, you are ranking your website on Google. I'm going to give you an example. For example, now when you search for ads for rent in Nigeria on Google, so this is websites, and all these people are not just on page one by luck. You understand? It's just that Google actually think they're the ones that are providing the best information, are the ones doing the best SEO. You understand? So for you to actually, to land on this page one, you have to do the research. You have to optimize your website so that you can actually rank very well on Google. Because when you create a new website, if you don't optimize it in the best way, that SEO, Google will actually this person is actually talking about this. Let me put this one up. They won't rank you up. Yeah, so that's why most people are on page three, page two, page three, page four. Not because they are doing something like maybe, but because probably these people have the best information, and Google prefer that they are the authority in this kind of niche. You understand? So example again, when you search for like maybe SEO training, right? SEO training in Lagos, you're going to see Night Vita Academy as well. You're going to be seeing Night Vita Academy on page one. You're going to be seeing Night Vita and Night Vita Academy on page one. So we did SEO to actually make sure that we rank on the first page of Google. So that's as simple as it's organic way. It's a free way of ranking. And also, as I said here, it attracts attracts quality traffic. I will see clients because we have an agency, Night Digital Academy, for example. Hello, what's up? I know you've been learning a lot, one or two stuff. So if you want to learn digital marketing, you want to become an expert in digital marketing, SEO, especially paid ads, organic marketing, make sure you call the number on your screen or visit our website, nightdigitalacademy.com, and you can also find a link in the description, to fill out the form, and we'll get in touch with you in less than 24 hours. Now, if you search for SEO company in Lagos, you see that we are also on page one, and our Google My Business is also ranking as one of the top three Google My Business account. So we've received clients from UK, from US looking for SEO service because they found us on Google. So SEO actually gives you good client, good student, good customer. Many businesses are even generating leads, sales from Google, from search engine. just by optimizing the organic way of marketing. If they are not paying anything for it, they are just using the free versions of what they have to get the customers they want. You understand? And also, it builds authority of and trust. Imagine someone comes on Google now and search your brand or search something relating to you and they found it. It's kind of build trust. Or someone is looking for maybe an SEO training in Lagos, for example, when you search for SEO training and you found us number one, you see, okay, these people on this page are actually doing something right. That's why Google actually finds them on that page one. It doesn't get by luck. It's not by luck for any person to be on page one. They actually did SEO on their website, and that is SEO. So we're going to be talking about how to do it also in this video. Now we have different types of SEO, of course. SEO has different types. Now there are a lot of types, you understand? But the major one is the on-page SEO and the off-page SEO. Let me give you this scenario. Okay, let's say for a car, you have a car, you don't have a car. Let's say for a car now, the car has a car part. They have the parts and everything, the tires and everything. They also have the engine. Now, if you want to operate the car can't work without the engine. And of course, the engine can't work without the car. If you want to actually operate with a car, if you want to travel, that's just how SEO is. So the engine has to be there, the car parts, the tires, and every major component has to be there for it to work functionally well. Understand? As I said, that on-page SEO is optimizing your website content and structure. On-page SEO just tells Google what your website is all about. This on-page SEO is like a backlink, social sharing, and branding. It's not like referencing you, people referencing you that okay, it's like a review to Google. Okay, this person, maybe you started a brand now, and your brand is Night Academy, like our brand now, and you want Google to actually know that you are trustworthy. You understand? Because any page that Google is ranking on the first page of Google, they're not just putting a website there. They look at the brand mention, they look at how many people have mentioned your website on other places as well. You understand? They'll see the trustworthiness between your website and the content you're also doing. They look at what others are also posting about you as well. You understand? So that's on-page SEO. And then we talk about technical SEO, which is site build, of course. The reason why I had a technical SEO is because if your website if you've done all these two major stuff, you've done the content, you have a good content, you have done a good structure. If the technical SEO, which is the site speed, if your website is slow, people are not easily landing on your website, they are having issues landing on your website, it's going to give you a lot of issues. You understand? People will just be bouncing back. So your bounce back is going to be high it's kind of like negative feedback. Imagine someone's now, because Google actually track every click that you are getting. You understand? Let's say, for example, someone searched for something on Google. You understand? Let me give you an example now. As we are using this real estate website, now let's say someone searched for maybe house for rent in Lagos, and immediately you click on the first page of Google. I'm not affiliated with this real estate website. I'm just give you an illustration as an example. Now let's assume someone now click on this and it keeps loading and loading, start. Let me click on this now. Now it keeps loading and loading and loading and loading. You understand? You want to go back and go and check the next, but you can see this website loads fast. That's one of the reasons why they are on page one. That's one of the reasons why they are on number one. You understand? So because it's a very good, even if you have done everything right, you understand? You need to make sure that your website is kind of fast as well. That's why I said the mobile friendliness, of course. There's some website that is not actually mobile friendly. It's not good for user experience. Imagine you went on a website now and everything is not even easy direction. You don't know how to go to the contact you don't know how to, click buy the something, maybe you're an e-commerce, you don't know where to click. It's like confusing you, and a confused mind doesn't buy. A confused mind will even leave the website. It's like a sales process. A confused mind doesn't buy. If a mind is confused about your products or about your website, they will leave. And it's negative feedback because Google is actually tracking everything. So Google actually takes all of that to actually push your website on page one. And of course, index, of course. If your page is not indexed on Google, indexing means that Google puts in their database. When you create your website now, the moment you create a new website right now, it's not indexed. It's not found on Google. It's not found anywhere. But little, maybe you started creating social media accounts, you're adding a website, you started creating maybe Facebook page, you're adding a website URL, and because of these pages, this Instagram, this Facebook, they are authoritative websites. Google kind of say, okay, I think I can see a new website that I don't have before in my database, and they will add it to their database. That's its indexed. So your page has to be indexed for your website to move. If it's not indexed, cannot move. You understand? That means that if your website is not among the database that Google have, they won't show it to people. That's just the meaning of what I'm saying. Now, let's talk about the on-page SEO. Okay, let's look at this example. For example, this house for rent, for example. Okay, now I'm not affiliated with Nigeria proper. I'm just using it as an illustration. Okay, and so the on-page SEO actually has, of course, minimum of 500 to 1,000 word plus. Now it doesn't. Now, Google is telling us that before some years back, Google actually takes content that is below 500 words as thin content. That means it's a thin content. It's not providing good information. It's just thin. But right now in the AI stage, Google is only referencing um, you know whether your content has 500 or doesn't have 500. This is not Google doesn't just tell you this is what they want. You understand? It's just like we SEOs. This is what we've seen that Google actually prefers. You understand? The ideology is that it's someone that writes about maybe the history of Nigeria, and someone that writes about 500 words, and someone that wrote about maybe 5,000 words. Google kind of prefer that, okay, the person that wrote that 5,000 words has more information than someone that's just an illustration. That's just why they say that, okay, if you have a blog, if you have a website, have more information. You understand? Look at what if your competitor doesn't have more information, of course, you can put it less. For example, now, if you check this website now, the information here is like 2,000 words. Whether they count everything, but the information here is like 2,000 words. You understand? So it makes it a full page. It gives it like full page meaning. You understand? So that's why when you're writing a blog, maybe on your own page or the most important pages, of course, you're not optimizing pages that are not that important, like privacy policy. Let's say you have a website now, you are not optimizing all these privacy policy now, all these privacy policy, all these terms of use, these are not to be optimized. You understand? It's things that you feel the customers are looking for, you want to optimize. So that's why you can have minimum of 500 words there. That's just check what your competitors are doing. I always tell my people, my students, that when you are starting SEO, look at what other people are doing first. When you look at what other people are doing, you can have a guess. Okay, this person he has about Lagos here. He has, more products here, about 22 products there. He has he has a filter page. He has, what is it called? He has this description, a short description about this page. You understand? So he has all this stuff. And if you check the next page, does this page also has it? You check the pattern of the top 3 pages and say, okay, look at Gigi now. Gigi is having all this. If you check it has like 1,000. No, Gigi is a non-stop. They are not using pagination. It's a non-stop. That means the moment you click on, it will keep appearing and stuff like that. So it's not, you can see it keep appearing. So we have private. Let's look at this third one. So just check about the top 3 websites for that keyword you are trying to rank for. You understand? And you can see this one is similar to the first one. So if you check this keyword, this is having like 2,000 words above. This, as I said, is not, this is just like a page. This is like a business website. If you are writing blog content as well, just look at, let's say we want to search for maybe fishes in Lagos. Let's look at this keyword now. Let's look at this keyword. When you search for beaches in Lagos, and you kind of search, let's search this website. How many words does this person have? So this person have like 2,625 words. You understand? You should check the second one as well. So it's loading up. These are all those websites that loads for a long time. So it might lead to my network, you understand? So it's loading, it's still loading. Okay, so like this content, how many words does this one has? How many words? It's loading, you can see 2,000. So you can see that there's a pattern of these articles on the page one writing more than 2,000 words. So if you want to write something about fishes in Lagos, provided that you know that a lot of people are looking for this keyword. So that means before you start any SEO campaign, you need to know the volume of how many people are using this one. You can use a free tool called Uber Suggest. Uber Suggest give you like it's a free trial per day. So that means that you can search 3 times for free per day. So it can give you like how many people are looking for that keyword. Like if I say beaches in Lagos now, and you use this tool, you can also buy it. It's 20,000. We have other SEO tools which we're going to talk about, but I'm just going to give you that before you start anything, make sure that you've done the market research. As a marketer, the first thing you're always doing is market research. How many people are looking for what I want to write about? You don't start any writing, you don't start any campaign without knowing the volume of people that are looking for that thing. Because you might sell something and it's just there people looking for that thing. So you're writing something that people want. So beaches in Lagos, you know that more people are frequently, searching for beaches in Lagos. The article, beaches, they want to know, they want to go to beach. So they are looking for how many people, they are looking for, beaches in Lagos, different kind of beaches in Lagos. You have done your research, like, okay, how can people actually looking for beaches in Lagos? How many people are looking for it? You can use SEO too. So you're gonna give me an answer. See, you have two out of three. So you give it three free daily search. You can create an account as well to search. You can see about 12,000 people now. About 10,000 people are actually looking for this monthly. You understand? So about 12,000 people are looking for beaches in Lagos monthly. So you can put it out and say, okay, my keyword. That's the first thing you need to do before when you start. SEO is all about keywords because people are typing keywords. They're typing queries on Google. They're not just. It's not like Facebook. Search engines, Google. That people are going there to type something. So those things that they are typing is what you want to use. Those are your data that you want to use as an SEO specialist, and there are tools for that as well. And this is one of the tools, the SEO tool called Uber Suggest. Okay, so Uber Suggest can also give you some suggestions, right? You can see beach resorts in Lagos, Nigeria, best beaches in Lagos, beach hotels, you understand? Now, you can even tell ChatGPT that, okay, ChatGPT, I want to write about beaches in Lagos. Can you give me a secondary category? This is your primary keyword now. So that means that when you're writing a blog post about SEO, you need to have a primary keyword. That's your main keyword. You understand? That's what you're targeting. Then you can have secondary that is related. So that's, for example, when you want to talk about Osun State now, you're going to be talking about the universities in Ogun State. I mean, universities in Osun State, the hotels in Osun State, the land, the rocks, and all. You understand? So if Osun State is what you want to talk about, that's your primary keyword. Now, the secondary keyword can now have what it contains that is related, that makes the information more useful to you. You understand? Also, you can even look at what other people are writing. You can look. Now, this person just puts to, for example, beaches in Lagos. Now, this person just listed the top 12 beaches in Lagos. If you check the second one, it just mentioned the top 10. So you want to create something like this. And then create. What we have done is that we've looked at how many words that people are actually searching for. You understand? You look at how many words that people are actually searching for. When you do that, it's more easier for you to move forward with SEO. So you know the volume, how many people are looking for that keyword. You understand? You search the keyword yourself on Google and see, okay, these websites that are top in ranking. You understand? These are websites that are ranking on the first page of Google. So if you want to actually rank, I want to do it. You can see this one of our website, Show Postcode. I own Show Postcode as well. No, I just use it as a like a secondary, something I just do once in a while. You understand? Just to teach people SEO and stuff like that. So this is one of my websites as well. You can see it's increasing. It has passed even Ibom Air. It passed beaches in Lagos. It passed Ibom Air. And this is my own website. You understand? So it's moving up. To get to page one with time. It's just time. SEO it doesn't mean that if you write content immediately you get to page one. It doesn't work like that. Google has to look at the authority you have, the trustworthiness you have. That's what we mentioned before, things that made up SEO. SEO is not actually hard. You understand? It's not hard. As I've been explaining here, you see that it's not hard. So that's the first thing we're going to be talking about. So as I said, so the keyword placement, natural with LSI terms. Okay, that means that, of course, you must have find keyword, beaches in Lagos. You have to put it natural because unlike before, some years back when we are doing SEO, many of people will just start creating a website. They'll just start blasting their content, you know, keyword clustering all their content. So it's Google kind of like Google feel like, okay, why are you just putting this keyword like 20 times within your blog post? It doesn't make sense. It means that you are trying to, override people that are even providing good content. Now, before people are going with it, but right now you can't do that. You understand? It's called keyword collaboration, keyword stuffing. It's not a good way of ranking. So make sure that it's natural in mentioning. That's why with LSI times. Now let me tell you what LSI. It's more like similar stuff. You understand? LSI keywords. Let me see. You see now, it's called a latent semantic index keywords. Are what are semantically related to your main keyword. It's just something like relating yourself. For example, now you can say animal cats. You understand? Something that is kind of related. You can use it in different ways. And also, this SEO can also give you what you can use. You understand? It can give you, as you can see here now, it's giving you some subjections. It can give you subjection. It can give you the preposition, the comparison. So beaches in Lagos, Nigeria. List of beaches in Lagos, nice beaches in Lagos, top 10, name of beaches, blah, 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 best beaches, you understand? This is SEO. So you can kind of put this, you can even copy it and put it in ChatGPT and say that we have this keyword suggestion, questions, prepositions, comparison, you understand, and put it in your content to make it very informative to users that are coming on your page, you understand? So I also said, of course, plagiarism, check. Now, of course, if you are writing now, of course, you don't want to put someone articles there. Don't take it as your own. You don't want to take credit. You understand? It doesn't make sense. Imagine you are working on a client and you are copying from someone's website, from someone. It's not that good. It's not making sense. So, AI content check to avoid. Now, the reason why I put AI content is that now Google doesn't have a problem with AI content. You understand? I ranked websites with only AI content and they did well. Google only have AI content if it looks like an AI and it's not even providing values to their users. That means that you can write articles, website content, and stuff like that with AI, and provided that it provides value, provided that you edit it, like humanize it, Google will take it as a pass. But sometimes I tell my people that it's better for you to even write. If you write, it's better than when you even use AI because, of course, why some people are editing with AI now, like humanizing it. If you try to just write naturally, like you just write, you put the way you write there, it's kind of unique to you, and Google kind of like that. So it depends on the campaign you're running. If you're working with a client that is so serious, that the client, the project, the website is so serious, make sure you write content that is unique. You understand? It's unique in your writing style. For some content, if I want to use AI, you understand? It just depends. So, of course, I mentioned here your meta title and description optimization. Now, of course, you need to optimize your meta title and description. Now, what is meta title? Now, when you search for something like beaches in Lagos now, right? Beaches in Lagos, this is your meta title, right? This is your meta title and, meta description. So this is what has to be now. Unlike some years back, 4 years before, because Google actually updates the algorithms every time. Before, you can see that this person puts, it doesn't really put beaches in Lagos. You understand? That means your keyword doesn't have to be like beaches in Lagos. It can be like, it can be Lagos State beaches. You can see, you just have that beaches Lagos. Maybe your content now, you now have, you know what I'm saying? Google can understand what you're writing about. You understand? Just make sure that the major keyword is there. You understand? You can see this one also put top six beaches to visit in Lagos. You can see beaches in Lagos is there. So you can add forms, you can add what's in between the keyword. Just make sure that in your title has that keyword. You understand the major one there. Now this in is not a very big store. That's why you can see that this species Lagos is still, and of course, TripAdvisor is a very big website, and Google trusts them. So that's why, of course, Google kind of bring their website to the first page of Google. So now, okay, so the title, the SEO title, we call it meta title now. Make sure that your keyword is there. And I said meta description. Now, meta description, now right now, Google doesn't actually pick meta description. You understand? Let's look at the meta description of this. Now, I'm having it to these two. You can see this is the meta description. You can see description. This is the meta description of Traveler. And this is the title, the meta title. If you check here now, if you check the search results, this doesn't change, but this changed. You understand? You can see that it's not the same. It's not the same as the meta description. That means that Google sometimes just change your. They'll look at your content and kind of bring out. Uh, they'll look at the content and kind of bring out some articles. Something that's reference. You can see what they brought out. They just list out top 6 species. They brought this out, and they list out the headlines. They just brought out the headlines out. That's what they did. You can see this one, so that's what they did. If you go to the next one, see, that's what they did as well. If you go to the next one, that's what they did. So sometimes Google doesn't, so I don't really spend more time on meta description again because Google is not referencing it. Although sometimes Google can reference Google, and so for safety reasons, just add it in your website description. Okay. So just add it in your meta description. And if you are using WordPress, right, you can actually do this simply. It's not hard. If you are using WordPress, you just install a plugin SEO, use SEO to add your meta description, meta title and meta description. I'm going to show you very soon, all right? I'm going to show you very soon. So let me just continue with the explanation. And of course, short keyword rich URLs. Of course, the reason why URLs is important is because, you know, the kind of URL you put will determine your article. Google look at URL very well. So they first look at your meta title, they look at your URL, you understand, they look at your content, you understand. So those 3 things are the 3 kings of on-page SEO, the 3 kings. The title, the headline, you understand, the URL. So the title that is outside, the title is what you see. The meta title is what you see when you search. And it can be done, if you're an SEO specialist, what we just do sometimes is we tell the web developer to do this. Okay, we are editing this to contain this keyword that we have now. You understand? Or if you have a WordPress website, there's a use SEO. If you install the use SEO now, you can actually do that, right? And I'm going to show you how to do that later on. Okay. So let's move on to the meta title optimization. As an example, when you create a page, like the home page now, most of the people leave it at home. You understand? As I said, it should be like affordable SEO training in Lagos. That's just what you don't just put it as a page title. When you create a page now, maybe SEO training now. SEO training is a very broad stuff. And I want to target SEO training in Lagos. Well, that's what I will just put. If you check now, if you check the incognito now, and say SEO training in Lagos, you see that Nigeria Academy is on page 1. Now, it's actually, sometimes we'll be at page 1, number 1, sometimes it actually varies. So I make sure that the keyword is in my meta title description. I mean, meta title, my keyword is there. I don't just put just home, I don't just put any kind of page. Even though it's actually tiny, my title can be, what is it called? My title can be as that local SEO, so that I know that, okay, I'm targeting people in Lagos, I'm targeting people in Abuja. You understand? That's local SEO, which we're going to talk about very soon. But just make sure that in your meta title, make sure you have the keyword. You understand? So if you are using WordPress or any website, there's a place where we can put the meta title and we can put the meta description and they can edit the URL. You understand? So I also mentioned about the keyword density. I'm just, elaborating it now. Now, when we're talking about keyword density, now this is not that important. Just make sure that in a page, your major keyword has like 3 to 4. It's mentioned like 3 to 4 times. You don't have to be too broad. You understand? As I say, you can use variations to avoid keyword stuffing. So that means you can use LSI time, that latent semantic indexing. So you can use keywords that are semantically related to what you're writing about. You understand my point? So there are tools that you can actually use. You can use Superchat, you can use small SEO tools to find related keywords that you can add within your content. Okay? So now we have AI in SEO now, of course. We've been using AI in SEO for the past few years now. It's just that many people are just knowing AI. We SEO experts, because I've been doing SEO for over 10 years now. So we SEO experts have been using SEO AI SEO for like years. You understand? So, for example, if you want to do a set audit, you want to look at what is wrong with the website. You can use MWatch, you can use Supervisor, you can use it. There are a lot of tools. These are just tools, AI tools that I can use to enhance your SEO. Okay. So I'm going to give you the practical way of doing it right now. So, uh, but before I give you the practical way, I want to actually explain the theory behind it. Now let's talk about off-page SEO. What is off-page SEO like? What does it mean? What is backlinks? Now, these are actions outside your website that improve rankings. You understand? So, you can remember our example, the analogy that I gave, that let's say you have a car now, the body car parts, you understand? The body car parts, and also the engine. So they're working hand in hand. Hand in hand. If you're on page, the SEO, the structure, and everything is going on your website, you need to go outside and tell people to reference you and tell people to link back to you. Because Google don't just bring your website up. There are a lot of competitions. You understand? If you want Google to actually bring your website up, you have to do the right thing. You have to kind of build trust with them. You understand? Now, backlinks, I said, links from other sites to yours. Google sees as both of trust. Now, let's say, for example, now you went on some PR website and they link you. They had, okay, the website is just now. Maybe Tech Cover now. Tech Cover does that a lot. Maybe the brand just comes to them and tell them about what they do. So what they will do is that they will write so and so about them and they link to them. You understand? So that is backlink. You need to do backlink because when you're starting your website, Google want to trust you. Google want to show your website to people that are searching, but they can't show it to they can't show any kind of website that they've not seen that pattern of trust. That means that you have to go to people that Google have already trust there, that they are ranking a little bit high, and tell them that, okay, can I do a PR? Can you write about us on your website? So that means that, for example, now, if you're into maybe, let's say you're into a real estate website now, you're into real estate industry, and you have a website, you can go on PR and tell them that, okay, you want to write about our industry, property center. You can tell them, okay, I want to write about property center, link back to our website. So and sometimes it can be cost effective because all those backlinks it will do work for you as well, provided you understand. So you can also meet some related websites that are talking about real estate websites. You can just search them that, okay, I'm going to teach you how to do that pretty very well soon. Okay. So let's move on to social sharing. Of course, content shared widely to get noticed faster. So that means that if you have a website that's linked to your Instagram account, Facebook account, and it's kind of going viral, you will see that sometimes even Google needs to bring out social media accounts when you search for a query. Do you get that? For example, now when you search for like maybe uh, cleaning in Lagos, cleaning service in Lagos right now, you see that sometimes Google kind of bring out results. This is Instagram account. So Google sometimes brings out results from Instagram, from Facebook, because all of these websites, they are websites as well. You understand? So like this website now, this spotlight now, they will be at least, if they are not ranking on number one, they will at least be doing a little bit, they will be getting traffic. If you click now, you go to their billing company. You understand? So Google sometimes brings out your Instagram page, your Facebook page out. You understand? So brand mention is when even brands mentioning your brand name without a link. Those ones are another kind of backlinks, another part of off-page SEO. So it can also boost your visibility. You understand? So an example, a blog talk about your service will link back to you. That's just off-page SEO. Okay. So let's talk about technical SEO. Now, this technical SEO, as I said, is it's not easy. I mean, it's not hard. You understand? So it's just making easy. It's just making your website easy for search engines to crawl and index. Because if your website has some issues, Google might not call them. Calling is going through all your pages, all your content, and stuff like that. I might not even index them because Google don't want to provide. They don't want to, give out information that are not that good to their audience, to their users. They are all about they prioritize users' experience a lot. So when you have a website and you want to do technical SEO, make sure that your website has good speed. The speed is fast. So it's loading up in less than 3 seconds. And of course, mobile responsiveness. Of course, you have to be mobile responsive. There's some website that most people have done that is just website, just desktop that is doing well. It's fine on desktop, but on mobile it's kind of bad. And this will cause many users to be bouncing back because they can't even go to, they don't know where to click. And if they are bouncing back, if your bounce back is kind of high, Google kind of like your website is not providing the best user experience or providing the best information to them, to their users. So what they do is that what? They'll move it down. That's why you see that some website lost their ranking and they push them downwards, okay? And also SML sitemap, of course, you need, now this SML file is where all your pages, all your posts, all your pages, or images are stored. Now, if you're using a WordPress now and you install an SEO tool called Use SEO or Rank Math, there are a lot of plugins that you can actually use. The moment you install this plugin, they will create a sitemap immediately for you. Because sitemap is what's going to be, I'm going to show you when we start creating our Google Search Console. Sitemap is what you submit to Google and say, okay, this is what, my page, this is where my pages, all my images are stored. I want to be in there. So when Google wants to go through your website, they go to your sitemap, you understand? And also, of course, secure site HTTP. Now, Google doesn't like, of course, will you like the website that is not secured? Imagine you went on a website now and you see that the website is not secured. Google even say the website is not secured. And of course, you are losing traffic to that. You need to make sure that your website is secure. You need to make sure that your HTTP is turned to HTTPS if your website is still HTTP. Because Google doesn't like, of course, who likes, even a user doesn't like a website that is not secured. So your website has to be secured. You understand? It has to be. So there are a lot of SEO tools there are a lot of tools. There are a lot of stuff you can actually do to make your website secure if it's not secured. Of course, if you. So, example, if fast loading mobile friendly store runs better than a slow desktop for the site. You understand? Because most people now, a lot of people, quite percentage of people are using mobile. You understand? Quite percentage of people are using mobile. So imagine you're only serving desktop people. It won't get you much results. So let's say, for example, about quite some people, let's say about maybe 30 people are searching for that query on desktop, and about 100 people are searching on mobile. Or let's say 100 people are even, most, you understand? So if they just click to the desktop, they are good. But if they click on the mobile and you're not giving them the best user experience, it's very bad. You understand? So that's why you have to keep fit of technical SEO. Okay. Now beyond traditional SEO, because this is SEO. Now we're in the AI age. You understand? We're in AI age, right? Search is changing with AI and voice assistant. Okay, people now ask questions instead of just typing keywords. Now we have AI powered search engine give direct answer without clicking links. You understand? This shift created two new branches of optimization. So right now, because of the AI and the stuff, we don't have two, branches of SEO. Unlike the traditional SEO where we just have to optimize our website, put the number of keywords there, optimize our blog content and stuff like that. Now, because of the AI now, most people are not asking questions the way they used to ask questions before. But that doesn't mean SEO is dead. That question, SEO is not dead. Most of you have gone on Google and searched. Google can, all the ChatGPT can, or all this AI, maybe in the future, they can do it, but they can't reference any transaction and stuff. For example, you can't search for house for renting. It's only informational stuff is AI content. So, of course, now even Google now have AI overviews. That means that it can give you some way of what you are searching. So, but an SEO specialist needs to understand how you can actually get the best out of SEO so that you can do well for your clients or for your website as well. So, as I said, it created two branches of optimization. We have the AEO, which is answer engine optimization. We have the GEO, which is generative engine optimization. I'm going to be explaining these two to you because these two is actually important for you as an SEO specialist. Okay. So, what is AEO? Now, this is we just form it. You understand? We just form it out. It's TSE. We just form this out. You understand? So, we call it answer engine optimization. As I said, AEO is a process of optimizing content. So voice assistant and AI tool can easily find, understand, and deliver your answers. This is AEO now. So target tools like Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant, ChatGPT, chat, and stuff like that. So it's focused on the question-based content. What is, how to, blah blah blah. So in essence, don't let this bother you a lot because there are a lot of acronyms coming out right now in the SEO industry. This is not just, let's just take this as adding fact, FAQ to the content. Let me give you an example now. Now when you see this stuff, you can see this fact, just adding facts on which is the finest, let's search for which is the finest beach. Elegushi is often considered. Let's look at what this person is. Okay, the final dish is Elegushi, blah 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 blah. Known for its vibrant. You can see how I don't know the reference they give, but they are, let me see the reference they give. You can see they gave reference to traveler. That's why sometimes people they say you should have FAQ, and I can't even find FAQ. You can see these are people ask. That means that Google wants you to put the questions, the FAQs that people are asking on in your content as well. So people are asking, what is the prettiest beach in Lagos? Where is the finest place in Lagos? What is the most luxurious areas in Lagos? So if your content is kind of related to all these questions, add it in your FAQ. Because Google is now bringing it out in AI overview. You can see how he brought it out here, and what he gave a reference. You understand? The first reference is traveler. You understand? If you go down and inform air, so adding FAQ to your content is actually very important. You understand? Because if maybe, for example, some people are asking for this, right? Of course, many people will not even click on the AI overview. Right now, people are not really clicking. The clicks are actually reducing for informational content, but of course, some people are still clicking through. So, but if you scroll down now, you see that travel up is still, is still among but the reference. If you ask ChatGPT now, ChatGPT, which is the final beach in Lagos, and give resources, ChatGPT can reference you. You understand? Should we try that? Okay. ChatGPT can reference this. So that's one of the reasons why you need to make sure that, okay, let's say, which is the finest, okay, that's not a question. Which is the finest beach in Lagos? This is the finest beach in Lagos. So it's going to answer you now. And see, sometimes you can see the shouting in the West. ChatGPT is even using Google. You can see it brought out this information. Takwa Beach, Elego Beach, Wikipedia watching posts. So choose Takwa Beach, blah blah blah, pick a good. So in out of these places, they might give you reference. Your website right now. The reason why it's not like this is because it's not actually updated. You understand? So sometimes it give you the result that is on page one. Sometimes they'll give you random, all this stuff and all that. You can see which is the cheapest beach. We ask this question as well. Which is the cheapest beach in Lagos? You understand? It doesn't bring a high overview. Sometimes it's not all informational content that bring a high overview, but sometimes they just be which is the cheapest beach in Lagos. If you scroll down, you can see here can okay, the website is not really coming up. Travel up. Well, let's try to look at it in incognito, which is the finest beach in Lagos. Okay, according to IBOM Air, you can see now it gave a reference. According to IBOM Air, and what is it called? Okay, you can see it's still there. So in ChatGPT, most AI and Gemini, Perplexity, most of these people will reference your website if you had an FAQ there. So that's AEO. So it's an answer engine optimization. Okay. So your answer appears in Google People Ask, Bots, and that stuff. So for example, as I said here, you can see if you have people ask you, so because of the FAQ that you have, if you had this, which is the most, you can see the reference, which is the first beach, they do not give that one. But the most keywords, you understand, you can use SEO to actually find the frequently asked question and add it within your content. It's actually good. because you give a direct answer, and Google now likes direct answer. Instead of you coiling, what is the vision issue, now be writing different stuff. Give a direct answer. You understand? Because it's all about short answer right now. Instead of writing 1,000 words trying to explain just simple answer. Yes, it. So, so the next one we're going to be talking about is GEO. Now, what is GEO? GEO stands for Generative Engine Optimization. Generative Engine Optimization. So, GEO is the process of crafting content that AI-powered search engine can summarize and cite in their generative responses. Now, I'm going to be showing you later on my Google Analytics how most of how are we are getting traffic from even ChatGPT to our blog. Understand? So you have to focus on conversational direct answer content. That means that your content has to explain. If they ask you what is a content, content is an information, just answer that instead of trying to give, trying to make it bulky. You understand? Right now, what people need is a direct answer. So you need to make sure that you are putting it there as well. Of course, you use entity-rich keywords so AI understand context. You understand? That means that the keywords has to be there as well. If you don't put keywords in your content, it might not, show up because Google, all this AI, they will, they will call our website and see, okay, this person mentioned this, let me bring it out. As I said, provide short, clear summary AI can quote directly. Of course, ChatGPT or being cite your blog in a generated answer. So, ChatGPT is doing it a lot. Most AI, all these Gemini are doing it a lot, and you can also get traffic from there. Now, all this AEO, GEO is just like an addition, just like give you an understanding of what SEO is right now. But SEO is not actually, SEO is not dead. Okay, so uh, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So SEO tools, okay, the AI. So how AEO and SEO fit into SEO? Okay, on page, and technical is the matter. See all the stuff you need to do your on page, you need to do your off page, technical, all the stuff matters. But AEO just prepare you for voice, voice and question and answer chat results. And also GEO prepare you for AI generated summary and citation. I'm going to give an example. So modern SEO strategies is called combines all five maximum. So you just combine all of this to get the maximum results. Okay, so we're going to be talking about in the next video now. I'm going to be talking about the application of what we are talking about since in this SEO part. Okay, yeah. Let's say for example you want to write on beaches in Lagos. That's the keyword. You don't know any other stuff. You've done your research with the SEO tool. Maybe Uber suggests SEMrush or Ahrefs. You understand? You don't know the research, but you find out okay, beaches in Lagos want to write. Maybe you are into real estate industry and want to write beaches in Lagos, right? So as I said, the first thing I'm gonna do is to Google it. Start your research from Googling it. You understand? Just search your results from that. Then what you have to do is look at these top three results and look at okay, how are they writing their articles? What are they listing? The reason why I said you should check what these people are writing because Google actually favors them. So that means they're actually doing something right. So you can't just come from anywhere and say you start mentioning beach that is not that known. The only advantage you can have is that maybe they write about top 10, you can write top 11, maybe there's a new one that they've not really updated. Because then you can add it to your own stuff. You get the idea now. So just look at the first top three. It doesn't have to be blog, it doesn't have even though it's business. Whether where you're into study about agency or whatever, or you're into any kind of business, provided you've done your research, provided you know your competitors that are into that line, your website, and you see that okay, they're actually doing something on Google, on search engine, you can actually copy them and replicate what they are doing. So the first thing is just make sure you search on Google. So beaches in Lagos, number one, number two, and this also talk about beaches in Lagos. Top six beaches to visit in Lagos, blah blah blah. And I see TikTok came out. So the keyword here, you just put it down that the keyword is beaches in Lagos. So just write it down. And if you remember, we did the research and it's about, I don't know, maybe 21,000 or let's say 2,100 people or the volume are looking for it monthly. Now, this volume is not, it changes monthly, It changes monthly, and it doesn't mean that's accurate. That's it. That's the downside of it. It doesn't mean it's accurate. You can also use Google Analytics keyword planner, like Google has Analytics keyword planner to actually do the research. Okay, for example, but the disadvantage is this: it doesn't give you the exact volume. I'm going to give you an example right now. So it doesn't give you the exact volume. It doesn't give the exact volume of how many people are looking for that. No, the SEO tool that we use, the who has suggested that about 21, about 2,001 people. But if you are using the Google Analytics, right? If you are using the Google Analytics, Google Ads Keyword Planner, it's going to give you. You go to tools here, and you go to Keyword Planner. Uh, okay, so let's say cash. Okay, let me just for this keyword. You can just say beaches. Don't let me hide this. Let me just start covering it keyword. Uh, beaches in Lagos. So you can just search, you can see it's in Nigeria. You can actually change it if it's not in Nigeria. Let me beaches in UK, you can change it by this place. You know, so I'm not changing this now. So just kind of get results. So what this does is that it's going to give you the estimate. You can see about 10,000 to 100,000 is give. Now, the more you want hands on it, the more you want hands on this, the more it give you, the more you start using them actively. You can see plan is to start giving you the exact one. But right now, this is a free version. You understand? So you can see, I think it's 21,000. The was suggest. Let's see. But suggest give us 21,000, which is Lagos, Nigeria. I just changed it to Nigeria. Of course, we want to. It's a local SEO. Anything that has location or near me stuff, we're not talking about local SEO. Okay, I think it's 12,000. You can see 12,000. So it's 12,000. Not so you can see give us that. Okay, it's between 10,000 to 100,000. So it doesn't give you direct. What is it called? It doesn't give you the exact what you can see. It just give you the variation, like the secret for the ranges from 10,000 to 100,000. That's why we don't really use it as an SEO. But when we start an SEO, you can just have okay that 10,000 people are looking for it's a good stuff. So that's just first stuff. So 12,000 monthly, but this one kind of give us an exact about 12,000 people are looking for this keyword. So the next thing you're going to write is you're going to look for LSI keywords. LSI, is related stuff, something that is related. You can even tell ChatGPT, give me the LSI of this keyword. Easy peasy, because AI tools is now there. Give me the LSI for this keyword. And you put beaches in Lagos. So it's going to give you the LSI of this beaches, of this. You can see. So here are some LSI, best beaches, LS beaches. These are LSI keywords. So if you want, I can also give you a long take variation and semantic cluster, blah, 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 blah. So these are stuff, you can see private beaches, long term. These are content, you just put it here, of course. Now, the advantage is that with ChatGPT now, you can actually know the volume. That's why it's good to use the SEO tools. The SEO tools will give you the volumes of each of these keywords. You understand? So that's one side away. I want to dive because this is just for beginner stuff. So let's move on. Let's create this WordPress. Okay, this one on our website. Let's say I want to create a post on beaches in Lagos. Now, you can tell maybe the keyword is beaches, but you can't just say beaches in Lagos. You have to make your title more, very okay. You can tell ChatGPT using research, create title for this blog post using this keyword. Now, ChatGPT sometimes give you with some title that is not that good, but once you have done your research, you can see it did research for you. There must visit beaches link from selling avatar. You can see it's giving you key and title that you can use. So sometimes I love to use simple one. You can say I don't like complete guide, blah blah blah. Since I those like I love the first one, top must visit So you can just write term of species, and then you can, okay, the article here, when you do your research, you see that the article is like maybe 2,000, 3,000 words. So that means you are writing towards 2,000 words. So you can tell ChatGPT to structure your content to 2,000 words. You can now structure, I'm writing 2,000 words. Don't use ChatGPT all the time. Don't, in fact, you are just starting and you're working with a serious client. If you are a good writer, except maybe you are not paying for writing, but if you're a good writer, just write. You can also use ChatGPT to actually, write, but I don't really advise it much of the time. Because there's still some stuff you can't remove that Google can see. As I said earlier, Google doesn't have a issue with AI, whatever. So I'm writing 2,000 words on this topic. The first one, this uh, create an introduction, because of course you need to have an introduction, headlines, and conclusion for this. So you're going to create it for you. So introduction, 200 words, heading, and say, hey. So you can see it give you like the additional segments, best time to visit beaches, safety tips, budget, blah blah blah, comparison. So it gives you a very good. Now you can just follow this. You can see it's giving you a content structure. This is what they call content structure. So you can follow this content structure. You understand, to write your blog post. You understand? You can use this content structure to write your blog post. So once you are done, because you're going to be writing it one by one, you can say, as I said you should install a plugin if you are under WordPress. If you are not using WordPress, you might need to tell your WordPress developer to optimize the content. Now, this content is not optimized. If you publish it, this is how the URL will be, which is not good. You understand? These are the URL will be. So you can see this log here, this URL. You can edit it. You can tell even ChatGPT, make it user SEO URL friendly. You understand? So because your URL is one of the major part of on-page SEO, your title, your URL, the headline. Now the headline is this. This is the headline. When you're writing your blog post, this is your headline. This is what appears as H1. Your H1 has to be one. Okay? And we have the Lagos, the few beaches in Lagos is already there. The keyword is already there. So the H1 is done. But we can't, you can even link the SEO title to be this as well. But the URL has to be, has to be different. The reason why I don't like to put numbers here is because let's provide it in the future, in 2020, the next 4 years, we have more beaches. You can, if you edit this now, it doesn't really make sense. You understand? It will still work, but it doesn't really give the value, the maximum value. You understand? It's just like moving. It's just like you're in an old area and you're moving to another area. It doesn't, you understand? So you can even tell ChatGPT create a URL SEO friendly or SEO URL friendly for this topic. You can say I'm doing SEO. SEO is not very hard. You understand? So it's going to give you a URL. Let's see, 10 months visit. Now ChatGPT is also putting, of course, it's putting 10. My experience as an SEO expert, I don't use numbers in URL. So you can just post, beaches in Lagos. You can even look at what other people are putting. This one put beaches to visit in Lagos. This one is a very big website. So let's look at Pulse. Pulse put beaches to visit in Lagos as well. Let's look at this one, 5 beaches in Lagos. So you can also use visit beaches in Lagos or best beaches to visit in Lagos. You understand? So I can say best beaches to visit in Lagos. Now you can see best beaches to visit in Lagos. So I'll just save up that. And then go to now. Now this is your Use SEO. The moment we install Use SEO as a plugin, if you go to plugins here, there are a lot of SEO tools. If you search them, we have Rank Math, AI SEO. So if you want to search Use SEO, you can see Use SEO, Rank Math, all in one SEO. So I'm using Use SEO because it's kind of good. So you can see the keyword, a title. because it's zip code, don't mind me. So this is how it's going to appear on Google. So once you publish this, it's going to appear on Google. So what I've done is that I make sure that my headline is correct, my SEO title, how it's going to appear on Google. That this is how it's going to appear on. You can see this stuff is telling me that it's kind of long. The reason because you have, of course, if the length is kind of it will cut. You can see 6 beaches to visit in Lagos is no, you can see it cuts it. They don't want it to be too stretchy. So sometimes you can just make it, you know, half. You can just say, you can remove, you can just say, okay, the only thing you want to put here is 10 must visits keywords. I mean, 10 must visits. You can remove the page. This just, you can see I remove the title and I put, so I put, you know, 10 must, it doesn't change. You can see airline, the meta title. Now this is the description. You can see the meta description. Now you can add your meta description. You get it. You can add your meta description. Now if you add your meta description, it's going to appear as we said here. I'm going to publish this post so that you can tell ChatGPT to create a meta description, create a meta description for this. So it's going to create it for you, and you can use that for a meta description. We'll cover the next time, blah 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 blah. Now, this sometimes the ChatGPT language can sometimes be hard. You understand? So can just add meta description. You can see it's longer. I think it's 160 characters for, it has a keyword as well. If you publish it, we have the meta description, the SEO title, the meta description, the URL, the headline, you understand? All done. This is on page SEO, and make sure that your content is done, using all the required information here. So make sure that you follow this headline. You write an introduction, you follow the headlines, you write on maybe best sites to visit pages, security. So AI now is helping SEOs to actually answer questions faster. You understand? So if you do this and you publish, you don't get results. Get it? That's the application. Now, when we're talking about off-page SEO, this is on-page SEO, the on-page one. Now we are talking about off-page SEO. Off-page SEO is putting your website on other people's website for reference. For example, we did it for a client on This Day Live. This is for a client. So you can see this is we put a PR article on This Day Live featuring one of our clients. You understand? So you can see our client is published around last year, October. So, and if you enter the website and the article has links. I don't know why the network is kind of slow. So the website has links that you can visit. That's backlinks. So on-page SEO is linking. It's just like using authority website, people that Google have already trusted, not Facebook, not Instagram. The reason why Facebook, Instagram, all those stuff are not, they won't add more value to you because everybody's using it. But not everybody can use all this PR. Don't go be buying backlinks of all those $5 because online you start seeing people advertising backlinks as low as $5, $10. Those are cheap. If you notice that if you are buying it's better not to even buy backlinks. Gain your backlinks naturally. Of course, you have to invest in backlinks. But don't go and buy all those $5 that they'll be adding into links. The reason is because most people are using those links. You're not the only one using it. And Google doesn't like crowd. You understand? If Google can see traces, because Google doesn't like when you buy links. So if Google can see traces of you buying links and other people buying links, using the same source to buy links, it doesn't add much value than when a few people is only using it. It's exclusive to only few people. You can see now, this is, you can see when you went and buying, when I wrote the article, I make sure I link to the website. This is backlinks. So you can do it on related website. If you're in real estate industry, you find websites, you understand, that are into your line and tell them, I want to publish something, provided that you've checked the article, you've checked if their website is actually strong, how many traffic they are getting and the likes. So that is the application of SEO. Okay. So your website as well, you need to make sure that it's fast. There's a tool, GT Metrics. Sorry, the network is kind of slow. So this is metric, because of course, technically, you need to check how your website is performing on Google. So this metrics will actually give you, the performance, how your website is doing on Google, how fast it is, what you need to improve. You can see. So let's say, for example, I want to test the website. Let's say Nigerian Property Center now. Nigeria Property Center. I want to test this website. You can just, create. Sometimes you have to create accounts. Create. So it's going to test your website and see how well it's performing. What you can do to improve your website performance in a little way. You understand? So you have free option. You can, you have to create an account sometimes. Maybe after you. So you can use Gitmetric to look at the performance of your website, how slow it is, because of course, a website that is fast is a very good advantage to Google and to your users that are coming to the page. So it's analyzing the website. So it's going to analyze it and it's going to show the effects. You understand? So it's analyzing the website, the performance, and everything. So that is the application of SEO. Okay, as you can see, it gave the performance 68 structure, the LCP. You understand? Now you have to sign up. Before they have to show everything, but right now, more people are using it, so they realize, okay, we have to make it more premium for them. You have to sign up. Once you sign up, you're going to get more information about the performance, you understand, the structure and stuff like that. So it's giving C. Sometimes I give A. It just depends on the network I'm using. You understand? The network I'm using right now is and I'm using 5G, but that's just how it is. So that's technical SEO, and also, of course, site speed. Making your website mobile friendly. You can even Google also have a page speed. Google's page speed. Page speed inside. So page speed inside, you can also know how fast your website is. If you paste it here and you analyze with page speed inside, so it's going to give you how fast your website is actually performing. Now it's kind of loading. Not let me see desktop. 2.1 seconds. So it means that most of these website load to 2.1. So let's say 1.9 seconds. So the website is kind of very fast. You understand? So you can use PageSpeed Insight by Google to actually look at how well your website is performing on Google. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. I want to talk about how we can track how our website is performing on Google, because data is important right now. What's that? If you don't know how to track, you don't know what you are getting, you don't know how many clicks you are getting. You understand? Marketing is poor. You need to know. If you remember when you're talking about digital marketing, it's trackable. Many people are not tracking. They don't know. They are not tracking. So if you have a website and optimizing with SEO, you need to track your website. Get the idea? So let's move on to tracking. Let's move on to how to track your website performance on Google right now. Right? Yeah. So we want to talk about Google Search Console, also known as GSC. Now, the reason why you need to learn Google Search Console is because, of course, if you are working optimizing your website on Google, you need to learn how to track. You need to learn what the keywords your website is coming out for. So that's what this tool is for. Okay. As I said, so GSC is is a free tool. It's a free Google tool that is used to monitor your site's performance. You're going to look at what your website is coming out for, the rank, the average position you have on Google, and the likes. So it shows you the keyword people use to find you. Understand? And also which pages get the most clicks, and of course technical issues blocking ranking. So this Google Search Console is actually important if you are doing SEO. If you have a website, of course this is your friend, because of course how will you be knowing how many, except you are using SEO tool, but this is a free tool that actually give you a very good, because all these SEO tools can be mistaken. You understand? But this tool is from Google, herself. You understand? So they are from Google themselves. So they will actually, give you the best information about what your website is all about. Okay. So first of all, you need to verify your website on Google. So that's the first thing. Now, of course, they have different method of verification, right? You have the HTML file upload to your server, meta tag. You can also use Google Analytics to actually verify your website, DNS verification. And if you go to Search Console, just search, Search Console. That's the first thing you're going to search. Just search for Search Console. You're going to register with your Gmail account, and the first one is what we're going to click. So once you click that, you might be prompted to create an account. There has to be your website and stuff like that. So let's say, for example, this is a website, right? This is how the Search Console. This is the interface of. After you've added everything, this is how it's going to be. Understand? So you can see this. So you can just click on this button, okay, and then you just look at, let's say, but if you are just starting from scratch, they will you have to see this. You see this. So they're gonna ask you select property, URL preface. Depends on what you want to use. Most people will use what I use most of the time is this. Now, if you're using this, you know that this one is actually different. You can see all URL across all subdomains. You understand? So let's say you have a subdomain and you want to track it, you can use this URL alone. So it will take all your subdomain. You understand? But if you want to track each domain, it's a different thing. So most of the time, let's say I want to track for show postcode, it will just be like, this is how I just paste it. You understand? But because your postcode is verified, okay, sorry, I did not post. I did not paste it well. Okay, so you're just gonna paste it. Alright, so you're just gonna paste the website. So if you click on continue right now, they're gonna ask you how do you want to verify your website? Because every website, even Pinterest, most people are not asking for website verification because they want to know that you're the owner of the website, not just random person. You understand? Because you can do a lot of damage using this method. This is mostly what most people use to hack their websites. They used to hack people's websites through Search Console. So you have to be careful about that. So let's say, for example, let me just put a random. I don't want to use my, let's say Ferra, and I put verifying property. Now they're going to ask you, and see we have HTML. As I put here, we have the HTML file. So they're going to give you an HTML file you can upload. Upload an HTML file, so you're going to download the file and you upload to your HTML file. Now, how to do that is not that hard, but the easiest one I found is using HTML tag. Now, this HTML tag is this. You can see HTML tag. We have Google Analytics. You can also see all this stuff. They have like 5 methods of verification, but the major one is this one. But the other one, the one I use most of the time, is this, because this is more just copying, you understand, and pasting in the header of your template. You have been doing Facebook verification, when you are running Facebook ads, your ads manager, they might tell you to verify so that you can track the event and stuff like that. It's just same thing as this. You are posting this code on the header of your website. You understand, between the header and stuff. So once you paste it, just verify. Once you have done it actively well, of course. If you want more videos, of course, just make sure you subscribe. Okay. So just copy it and verify. So once you verify it, Google in the 24 hours, Google starts showing the keywords that is ranking, that your website is ranking for. Okay, so that's the verification method that we have. So we are like 5 verification. Now if you check now, we have different performance tab here. Okay, now the first thing is you can see. Now of course Google is actually changing their site. For example, this insight wasn't there before. It was just added some months ago. You understand, like a month now or 2 months now. So insight wasn't there. Overview performance has been there. So you can see performance, you can see total clicks, and I see the total impressions. Just like the total impression. Total impression, it doesn't mean how many times people saw your website. You understand? It just means how many times your website came up when someone searched for that query. So it can be on even number 50 or on the 50th page. You understand? So we have the top clicks, total clicks. We have the, this 24 hours. Now, before there was no 24 hours. They just added it as well. You understand? It's past day they used to add. Like you have to wait for a day before you see what you've done the previous day. But now you can check the 24 hours results. So you can see average clicks. You can see average position, as you can see here. So we have number of times users visited from search result. How often your page was seen in search. You understand? That's just what does this 3 mean. You can see total clicks, total impression, average CTR, average position. So let's talk about the URL inspection. Okay, so if you go to the Search Console, we have on this sidebar the URL inspection. So as I said here, URL inspection is used to check if a page is indexed. You can see the code, the errors, and the mobile usability, and also you can request indexing for new or updated content. Let's say imagine you have a new post or you have a new page that you want to push out to Google, so that Google can have them in their database. You can use this this performance, this URL inspection to actually submit the new URL to Google. Now, you need to understand that sometimes if your website starts performing, right, you will have chance to be able to push out more. Google will be able to, be catching up your content. But if you are just new, if your website is new like 3 months, 2 months, 4 months, or a year rather, You understand? It might be you that have to be submitting your new pages to Google. But sometimes Google will actually go and find your new pages and be calling them step by step. So this tool can help you to actually do that. We have minimum of 10 per day. You understand? That means you can only submit new pages URL per day. So you're only submitting URL. As you can see, this is a URL of one of our postcode. This is one of my websites that I used to just test SEO. If you, this is the URL, so you are submitting URL with HTTPS and stuff like that. So if you submit that, it will show you if the page is indexed or not. You can see URL is on Google. If the URL is not on Google, you will submit the URL to Google. You understand? So you can see the URL is on Google, and so you can see if the URL is not on Google, you just request indexing. So you're gonna index the page maybe within 24 hours. It depends on how Google just see your page. You understand? Google doesn't index all pages, but if your page actually is unique, is providing something different, very unique, uh, they're going to index it if you request the indexing, right? So that's what those tools is used for. And we have the sitemap. Now, sitemap, the moment you create a website, I said, if you are not a web developer, SEO doesn't concern, it's a two different work. What I'm trying to say is that, if you're using WordPress and they use SEO plugin, like I told you, they're going to create your sitemap automatically. Most of the time, it contains something like, sitemap.sml. .sml. You understand? So this contains all the pages of your, all the pages of all the pages, right, of your website. So you can submit it to the GSC. For example, you go to sitemap here. Right, as I said here, submit sitemap to Google, help Boost to find all your pages. You understand? You can update whenever you have new page. So it updates itself. You are using WordPress. If you post a new article now, or you have a new page, it will update itself in your sitemap. So you can see here, if you check the sitemap of our own, you see that Google was able to see 1,000, discovered page. You can see discovered page, and I submitted the stuff around this last day, but sometimes it just update. So this is what you just submit. Because now the URL of you can see it's either sitemaps underscore this have index.sml or sitemap.sml. It depends. It determines. It depends. So those two methods. Now, if you are using coding, not maybe React and not WordPress, your web developer should have that. Okay. So you just submit this. You just submit this sitemap. You just submit it here. Just submit the sitemap here. Sorry, it's not. Just copy. It's not making me to copy yours. Just search .sml. So most of your sitemap will likely look like this, or sometimes it can be like index.sml. So all your pages. Now, if you're using just SEO, right? If you're using just SEO, most of your this is how it's going to look like if you're using your SEO. So it's going to look like something like this. So all my posts, all my articles, it's on it. So you're going to submit it to Google immediately. You are working on website, so that Google can easily find all your pages, because you can have thousands of pages. Imagine a real estate or e-commerce. You understand? So it's good to actually have all these pages, this sitemap submitted. Now let's explain this core web vitals. Now, this is just how how well your pages. You understand? I've given you an example using GMA. This is the technical issue where I said you need to make sure that your website is fast. You understand? So now we have different parts here, right? We have core web vital here. So we have different we have different LSP, NLP, CLS. Now, I gave it this. LCP means speed of main content. That means when you go to a website, how many seconds does the page load? How many seconds does the content, the major content, maybe the image load? If it's it's 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Your site has to be around that range. Now, we have FID. Now, first input delay. Now, this is when maybe what happens when you click a button on that page, you know, how many seconds does it take when you click a button on that particular page? That's what that means, okay? And we have the CMS, which is cumulative layout shift. So that means that what happens? Is there visual stability of the page? Let's say, for example, you're on a page right now, right? And someone tries to click on maybe shop now, and maybe a pop-up just came up to disrupt that user's experience. That's what that means. So you have to make sure that they're working majorly, they're working very fine, and it's also in search console. You can actually see it. You can see the CLS here. Maybe because of the ads, you know, we have Google AdSense on. Shoppo. That's why it's kind of poor. But for a normal website, you don't need that. Okay. And we have the NIP. They have a lot of different stuff, but the major ones are all these. And we have the LCP, whatever. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Now we have the security and manual action. Now, Google used to, you know, how would I put it now? Google used to display website. You understand? If you are doing something wrong, maybe all those sometimes if you go and put someone's product on your website without the person's consent and the person reports your page, Google might de-index your page. You understand? And it might even give you a manual penalty. You understand? If you check here now, you scroll down, and where is it? You can see security and manual action. So you have to make sure you are following Google guidelines. Don't do things that Google hates. You understand? Google doesn't like when you are buying all those all those low links and lives. So you can see we have the manual action. So you can see no issue detected. Security issue, no issue detected. So if there's any issue there, you're going to see it in between that place. Okay. So next one, we're going to move on to local SEO. You understand? Local SEO. We've talked about SEO. We talked about, you know, how to track the performance of your website on Google or search engine. Now, different search engines have their own Google, Google tracking page, or because Google has 99%. You know, most people are using Google to search for their queries for their question. That's why we are focusing on Google as the search engine now. Okay. Now let's talk about local SEO, because when we talk about SEO, we talk about local SEO. There are different kind of SEO. The local SEO, as I said here, is optimizing your business for local searches. So let's say, for example, if you search for maybe hairstyle naming, photographer naming, that's local SEO, but many people don't know. You understand? So it's crucial for businesses with physical location because it's always on the map. It's always on the map. You know those Google map. So that means that they are going to a direction. So you need to have a location to be able to do this well and, you know, get good result from it. Okay. For example, now I said a bakery in Lagos ranking for best cakes near me. For example, now when I search for best cakes near me, you can see this is local SEO, Google My Business, now called Google Business Profile. I know a lot of people have heard of Google Business Profile, but Google My People, they don't know that that's local SEO. You understand? Now you can see this is Google My Business, and this is my businesses near me. You understand? So I also said, so benefits of SEO, more foot traffic to us, so more people will be coming. I've received a lot of clients from people that just found us on Google, through our Google My Business, through our first page. So you can increase calls and booking, you know, better visibility on Google Maps. So I'm going to show you how to create your own Google My Business. Okay, so let's assume you have a Google My Business account. The first thing you're going to do, right, is just search for Google Business Profile. That's the first thing you should do if you don't have a Google Business. Now, let's assume you have a Google Business site, but you don't know, maybe you've lost it. You can just go to maps.google and search your name if you have it. Okay. So for example, let's say I want to create for Nigeria now. You can see that I have Nigeria here. So you can search your brand name out of this place. You understand? But if let's say assume you don't have, you just search for Google Business Profile. Okay, just search for Google Business Profile. You need a Gmail account to actually be able to create this. So once you do this, now I have this our own Google My Business. So the first thing you're going to do is, now if you are just started from scratch, you are likely to see something like, let me see, let's say add a business profile. This is something you're likely to see first. So they're going to ask you what your business name is, what category is. This is a primary category. So let's say your business name is whatever. So you can just say maybe you are selling cakes. You sell cakes in Lagos, so you can see layers. It can be maybe just a brand name, a business category. Now, to choose business category, you can try to just look at what business category that other people are picking. Very good, right? For example, now let's say I want to rank for cakes in Ikoyi, you understand? Now, you can just look at, okay, you can see fastest cake in Ikoyi, and you can see most of the people are doing cake shop. You can try to look for maybe cakes in Lagos. Sorry, cakes in Lagos or Ibadan. So you can try to look at the category that these people, if you click on this more pages, like let's see. So you can try to look at, okay, most people are doing cake shop. So you can pick yours as cake shop as well. You understand? You can pick yours as cake shop. Cake shop. Okay, I'm not saying cake shop yet. Okay. So you can say I just pick cake shop. You can see you can change and add more later. So make sure that your primary category of your Google My Business is actually correct. If it's not the right thing, you might be having issues showing up very well. Okay. So you just go to click on next. You want to add a physical location. You have the location customer, blah, 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 blah. If you have a location, add it. If you don't have a location, you cannot. But make sure that if you need to be careful, because now let's look at the top three. To share the top three, I've always talk about the top three. Always pick the top three. Now, this person has a direction, has an address. This person has an address. This person. So, if you really want to rank among the top three, because you can see that Google doesn't bring out results more than three. It doesn't bring out more than three results. We call it map pack. You understand? Map packs. So Google doesn't bring more than three map packs. It doesn't bring more than three businesses. So it's when you are among the place, you get more clicks. So for you to appear here, you need to actually do what others are also doing. Just like how we did the SEO, website SEO. So if you say yes, they don't ask you for your location and stuff like that, and then you move on, enter business location, address your postcode and the likes. They're going to ask you, the what's it called? You can see it's asking me to fill up. So you're going to fill up the address, and they'll ask you for, as I said, checked up there. So as I said here, this is just how to make sure that your website is actually coming out for your business. Actually, your Google My Business is actually coming. For example, if you search for SEO training now, you see that we are number one. You can see I'm number one for SEO training in Lagos, and we do get call students for year. By the way, if you're interested in learning SEO, you want someone, an experienced person to teach you SEO, data marketing, this is the best place to be. You can actually call the number on your screen, you understand, or fill the form in the description. It's going to help you. We do in-person, physical, or online, whether you're in Lagos, whether you're not in Lagos, we are here to serve you. So it's going to help you a lot. Okay, so let's move on. So how do you do the computer? Because of course, you want to know what other people are doing. I say service plus city in Google. That's just it. So cake, what is the service? Plumbing, what is the location? In Lagos. Plumbing in Lagos. Plumbing service in Lagos. So check top results and the directories, see which people the target, blah blah blah. So as I said, I'm not talking about Google My Business, how to create Google My Business and the likes. Now, of course, there are metrics. Now there are metrics of if you share Google ranking factor. Now, because there are ways that Google actually look to rank your business up. They don't just rank any kind of business up. Understand? Now, Google give you three things: relevance. You can see. So Google gave you can say, okay. So these are factors that determine how well you'll be among these top three. So if you want to rank among the top three results for Google My Business, this is the first three things you're going to be following. The relevance, that means that relevance is how well a business profile matches what someone is searching for. So you make sure that the keywords, you understand it, everything has to be set up very correctly. Okay, the distance, that means you must not be far from the person searching. That means that if you're in Lekki now, someone that is searching maybe SEO training near me might not likely see you if the person is in Ikorodu or if the person is on the mainland and you are in Ikoyi or you are in Lekki. Google will actually give you results around that area. That's what they call distance, okay? And the prominence. You can see prominence means how well you know business. That means your social media, your Facebook page, your website, everything works together for your web for your Google My Business to actually come out very well. Okay. So then as well, they mentioned about uh, this factor also based on info on how many website links to your business and how many reviews you have. That means you need to have reviews. So you can ask some of your clients, your past customers, to give you the reviews. Understand? So Google looks at how many reviews you're having because of course if you are running a business and you say you are doing this, you must have gotten clients. And if you have gotten clients, let them give you a positive review about your service. Or you can just tell them you don't have much review. And what I used to tell my students, like, look at the reviews. You understand? Look at all these reviews and try to compare. If your competitor is having, for example, cakes in Lagos, cakes in Lagos. Now look at you can see this now. If these people are having it's 74, 43, 445. Now you can now that means the average you're going to be having like 400 reviews for you to actually compete for this kind of keyword because this keyword is a very important keyword. Now about how many people are signed for this keyword, how many people there might be some maybe like 1,000 people are looking for this keyword. You understand? So uh, that's that. Okay. And the other thing Google said is how many website links to you. Now that's why I said you can link your Google My Business, add your business name in directory, business directory. If you search Nigerian business directory now, I'm also building a business directory, and it's very soon. Maybe the time of this video is not yet launched, but very soon it's going to be launched. You can see. So these are business directory. You can add your business. Make sure as I said, make sure that the name, the address, and your phone number is consistent. That means that if your brand name is My Digital and your phone name is 0902 1117028 and your address is this place, you have to be consistent across everywhere. The reason why Google likes your business to be consistent is because they don't want, maybe there's a change. They don't want a little mistake or a little change. So make sure that it's correct. So while you're adding these businesses in each of these places, your business in each of these uh, location. This is our own. This is my own that I'm building. So while you're adding your business connect in each of these places, it can help you to become more seen on Google My Business very well. And also your website will also help you a lot. Okay. So that is that. And also, as I talk about managing review, make sure you encourage satisfied customers to leave a 5-star review, respond to all reviews politely. Of course, more positive review equals to higher local rank. That's why most people used to buy reviews, but don't buy reviews. Okay, Google doesn't really Google like when you buy reviews. They can actually see the length, you understand? So it's not a good idea. And of course, social media for local SEO. You can use location tags in post. You understand? That means that if you have a business and you want to actually be ranking, maybe you have a Google My Business, you have a website, and you have some social media accounts like Facebook, Instagram, you can start creating all this stuff, mentioning the name, you understand, your caption, just to know that okay, this person is really in this location. Social signal is actually helpful for SEO. So this is local SEO. Why there are a lot of stuff that comprises local SEO, and the likes. If you are really interested, we just launched another course, right? So if you're interested in learning SEO digital marketing, make sure you call the number or send us a message on WhatsApp or visit the website nigeriacademy.com. We teach you, whether you are not in Lagos, whether you're in Lagos, physical and online training is something that's going to help you. All this stuff is just like the theoretical aspect of SEO and digital marketing, right? The practical aspect, come and learn with us so that we can teach you how to do it properly. Okay, so I'm going to move on next to the next video right now. Welcome to another video where we are going to be talking about social media marketing, right? So, of course, this is the free way, this is another method of marketing, which is organic marketing, right? So, what is social media marketing? Social media marketing is the process of using social platforms to promote your products and services, brands, often without paid ads. So, you're not actually running paid ads with this social marketing we're going to be teaching you here. So, it involves a lot of stuff. Number one is your creativity, you understand, and the right techniques will actually be equals to success. It can work for any business if you follow the process. And also, the focus is actually organic, content-based goals. That means most of what you'll be doing is content. Content, writing or video, either way. So, social media marketing to promote your product or service. So, why social media marketing matter? Why do you have to learn this social media marketing? Why? Number one is that billions of people are on social media, which of course is a huge potential audience. There are billions of people on Facebook monthly. You understand? So it's like a very huge potential for digital markets. We can actually reach 10,000 people in less than a minute. You can reach 100,000 people in less than a minute if you have the budget for that. And also, your audience is already online, so you have to meet them there. You've had this phrase over and over again when they say your audience is online, your audience is online. Most people now are online on YouTube. You understand? And most of the time, you might be seeing some ads in between. Of course, they are reaching you where they know that you're online. You understand? So most people are actively online. And also, social media helps you to build brand awareness, trust, and loyalty with the content you are sharing on the platform. It helps you to actually build trust. Once people know you, they share out. Once people know you finish, right, they check out the content you are teaching out, and they kind of trust it. You understand? And also the loyalty. Okay. There are a lot of social media, but the popular ones here is the Facebook. Of course, it's older, you understand? They have older audience, adult audience. Most people on Facebook are always old people, because the reason why it's mostly of old because they're one of the first social media that came up that they register. And most people don't really know how to just go to another page and be using it. So they feel it's still social media and you still only Facebook you have. Most adults think it's only Facebook that they have that is good. They don't think that social, they don't think, most people don't even, most adult people don't even take Instagram as an app like that or X, now Twitter, now X. Now we have Instagram, of course, it's full of younger audience because most people, what they post there is more of the lifestyle, events, interesting stuff, entertainment stuff. And of course, LinkedIn, which is professional job seekers, business owners. Okay. Now, before you start marketing your stuff with, you know, with social media, you need to create a business account, a professional account. As I said, make sure you separate personal and business account. If you are running a business, of course, you should have known this by now. As have a business account and personal accounts. Don't mix the two. Also, complete your business profile on our platform. Make sure you use a constant branding. Your name has to be there because most of these social media used to be indexed on Google. If you remember the word indexing, that means it's showing on Google. Google has all this TikTok on their database. So your brand may come up when someone search for you. So make sure your name is there, your brand name is there, your logo is there, your colors is there. Make sure you optimize your profile, clear profile photo or logo, compelling bio or description. Make sure that your description serves the user. So if someone is just coming and landing on your page, make sure that your page, your description serves them in one line sentence. I help so and so to achieve this in 30 days or less without so make sure it's just like one line kind of description that they can easily connect with, that they don't have to be going to your page before they understand what your page is all about. So your description is actually more important. And of course, link to your website and other platform, like how we did on Instagram. Now, with Instagram now, or even Facebook page, you can add more than one link. So, and also phone and verification. Make sure you do that because sometimes your account might be hacked, and it might be an issue if you don't have this phone and email verification sorted out. Okay. Now, before you start posting content, how do you know the kind of content to post? You understand? First thing I used to do, like you are doing, like we did SEO, you need to find 3 or 4 of your competitors and doing similar stuff as yours. But before you do that, you can use Google Trends to find trends for people. If you just search for Google Trends on Google right now, I just go to trends.google.com. you can find, you can actually find what people are actually searching for at the moment in any country. So you can filter by country. You can see this Nigeria. You can filter by country. You can filter by whatever. So you can see what is trending now. In the last 24 hours, what is trending now? Senegal versus Congo. Let's say past 7 days. You can see people accidents is trending, and you can see a lot of stuff trending. You know, you can see the trend here. So you can actually look at this content. Let's say you are into cake. Let's say provided you are into cake and stuff like that, you can actually look at cakes, buy cakes or cakes. You can just see cakes and look at, okay, what are people, okay, you can see it's filtered by United States. You just put it to Nigeria, just search for Nigeria. Okay, you can use this one for SEO for content. Okay, past 24 hours, let's say past 30 days, let's see. More people are not really looking for 5 clicks like that. So all this stuff is majorly for content. So if you want to write content, maybe how to do something. If I remove clicks now, if I remove by rather, you can see how to big cakes, not about it. So you can write about this on your social media. Or better still, as I said, better still, you can use competitor. You can look at, study competitor content, engagement, and posting time. You understand? So you can look at some of your competitors in your niche and look at the kind of content they're posting about. And you can use tools like, Social Blade for analytics. So identify what is working for them and adapt ideas. So it's always good to actually check. One of the things I use is checking what others are doing in my line of feed. If they're posting this kind of content, we try to create it. And sometimes it performs well, sometimes it might not perform well. But the best idea is actually looking for what others are doing first. It's always good to just what others have done. You can just recreate it, repurpose it, and make it more better. You feel me? Now, when we're talking about content, it has to be now. There's where you see consistency is better than frequency. But let's talk about frequency. You want to be posting daily or weekly, 2 times a week, or whatever. Either way you choose, consistency is better than you post 10 content today and it was maybe it's the next 3 months, you post the next stuff, or next 2 months, or next 3 months. It's not that okay because you have audience of people following you now, they want content from you. So imagine you just left them, instead you to be building the trust with them, with the content you have. You left them because you feel people are not reacting. No, people are watching you. You understand? They're watching you, they're watching your content. So make sure that you are consistent with whatever you're posting. Even though you have a week interval to post, maybe one article. In fact, one article, one content, one Instagram content per week is better than 10 and you do it like every week, one content per week. It's better than doing 10 contents in a week and the next 3 weeks you post another. It's not that good that way. You need that consistency. So you can choose formats like reels, videos, stories, images, long form videos, especially TikTok as well. Instead of you always dancing on TikTok, why some people dance, you don't really have to dance. You want to understand algorithms, the way how the social media algorithms, and that's everything you're going to be learning at My Digital Academy. Where we teach people SEO and data marketing, advanced data marketing, and stuff like that. Of course, you can also use AI for content creations. So let's say, for example, you can use ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT is most commonly used AI tool. For now, at the time I'm recording it, it's still most used. I like ChatGPT even compared to Gemini. Gemini 2 has their own, and even Cloud is not that good. But a bit good. So you can see, okay, for example, create a 30-day social media content plan for a furniture brand in Lagos. You understand? So it will give you, content ideas. You understand? You even say solving people's objections, solving people's questions and likes. So AI can give you a lot of ideas you can use. Your creativity to now make them very, very unique. Now, you need to understand one thing about engagement. Engagement is what moves social media. So if you want your content to actually do well, you need to actually learn how to engage. And one of the rules of engagement is that, of course, you have to respond to comments and messages. The more you do that, the more that person, if someone messages you on Instagram now and you reply by Instagram kind of thinks that, okay, this person, they are kind of close. If they post now, let me show them let me show these people your post. You understand? Imagine someone that has not liked your post at all, have not engaged at all. Instagram won't show you your post like that. So engagement is one of the major of marketing, social media marketing. Whether you're on LinkedIn, whether you're on Facebook or X. You understand? So if you have seen, and also track analysis to work, adjust content based on audience feedback. So the end result is that make sure that what you are putting with phone engagement, it can be watch views, people are watching your videos more longer on TikTok. You understand? The hook the video you are doing is engaged, makes people to watch from maybe after 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Now, if people are watching like a 60 seconds video, they're watching at least 30 seconds of it. TikTok will want to show it to more people. That's how you go viral. But if less people are watching your video, and just they are just only 5% of your video, they won't do well. That's why you need to make sure that you learn how to make your videos more engaging. You understand? So that is it. Next one we're going to be talking about is paid marketing. We talked about organic marketing, how to generate leads and sales without paying for ads. Okay. Now, eventually, you want to get leads fast, you want to get sales fast. That is when you need to actually start doing paid marketing. Okay. So I'm going to be introducing you to different paid marketing channels and the strategy you can actually use for your business or career. Okay. So let's move on. Now, what is paid marketing? If you remember, we talked about paid marketing. It's advertising where you pay for visibility. That's just the meaning. You are advertising where you pay for visibility. And there are different platforms for this. We have Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Almost all social media have a paid platform. They have a paid option for you to actually run your business, okay? And there are different formats for it. There are search ads, display ads, video ads, sponsored post. So there are different formats where you can actually push your heart to their audience, to people, right? So what are the benefits of paid ads? If you remember, we said you can get an instant exposure. If you create a campaign right now, within 24 hours, 30 minutes, your ad can be approved and it can be pushed to people that you've set. And also, unlike the organic marketing where you can actually target people that are seeing your video, you understand, you can actually target, with paid ads here, you can target people that are in this range, that have this interest. You understand? So, and also, even if you put your ads now to the public, right? Maybe you try to create a campaign. All these Facebook, all these Instagram, all these YouTube are more advanced. They have this AI data that can actually, show your ads to people that are likely to be interested in what you are selling as well. So they are getting more advanced daily. And also, the another point is that they have a detailed analytics for ROI tracking. Imagine you're running ads and you don't have how many of your ads, how much you're spending, how many messages you are receiving. So they have this analytics for you. They'll give you this analytics for you to track how your ad is actually performing, whether for you to pause it, whether it's for you to scale it. You can even create somehow, you can test different creatives to see which one is performing. That's why they give you the analytics for you, right? And I said, yeah, this is scalable. They have scalable campaign. You can start small, unlike, organic marketing or unlike, traditional marketing. You can't even start small. You understand? Traditional marketing wants to pay the billboard people, the billboard agency or the PR agency. That's it. And as I said, you can increase budget if the result actually good. So these are one of the benefits of paid ads. Now, when to use paid ads? Now, you are launching a new product or service, running limited offers or sales, entering a new market, need exact targeting and measuring the result. Of course, as I said, if you are just running a business, you should actually mix the two. There are sometimes that the only thing you are doing is organic marketing, trying to build trust with people that are following you, engaging with you. Every time it's not about ads. So you are running ads when you want to, maybe you are having a new product or a service, or maybe you have an offer you want to promote, you want to get leads. Maybe your leads are decreasing and you want more of it because there's an offer, or even in fact, it doesn't have to be limited to this. You can just want to run ads to generate sales. You understand? So run ads, do those two together, and you actually get maximum result. Okay. Now there are different paid marketing platforms. You understand? There are different paid marketing platforms. As I said here, every search engine and social media platform has its own ad network. We call it ad network. We can group paid marketing into like 5 main categories. These are just the primary main categories. Number one is the search engine marketing. You're going to be hearing more of search engine marketing in the online or the digital marketing industry. Because just like we have SEO now, the free version, the free way of generating leads and sales using SEO. Now we have search engine marketing is using Google to run sponsored ad and stuff like that. So the second one is social media marketing. That's marketing with the paid option now. You are using the paid option they have on their platform to promote your product or service. And we have display advertising. When you go on site or maybe on your app now, there's some apps that you'll be seeing all those ads or all those websites. I mean, all those. I mean, sometimes you go to a website, you see all those ads popping up. Those are display advertising. Now, video advertising, immediately if you go on YouTube now, you're going to be seeing, ads, popping up in 5 seconds, 6 seconds. One will have to watch it before you can skip. There are some ads that are not skippable. There are ads that are skippable. We have bumper ads on YouTube. There are different categories on YouTube as well, and e-commerce advertising and so on. I'm going to be explaining each of these before we move on to specific platform. All right. Now, what is search engine marketing? As I've said before, search engine marketing is running paid ads on search engines to appear for specific keywords. That's just what search engine. That's search engine marketing means. So it's not limited to Google. You understand? It's not limited to Google. We have different search engines in the world as well. The reason why I'm emphasizing on Google most of the time is because most people are using Google to search for whatever they're looking for. So, and of course, as a marketer, it's what most people are using that you would likely want to use. So I gave some bullet points here. I said, search engine marketing places your business in front of people actively search. For example, let's say you are into maybe you are into real estate. You understand? And you can run ads to people that are searching for house for rent in Lagos, house for rent in Abuja, and stuff like that. Anytime someone search for that keyword, that query, your ads are likely to show up. And I said that it's mostly done with Google Ads. For now, of course, mostly done with Google Ads or other search engines, but I'm talking about Google right now. Example, as I said, when searching for mobile phone, show sponsor ads from like Amazon, buy or Jumia, all those Temu. If you go on Google now, let me show you an example now. For example, if you go here now and you search for buy bets, you can see something like it's sponsored. These are Google Ads. So these are Google Ads showing at the top page of your search results. So when you search for something like this, all these ads that pop up, they are called search engine marketing. Now, why I said organic SEO takes time, SEM gives immediate visibility. That means that you should just mix the two. You understand? Because if you are doing SEO can take like 3 to 6 months to start getting, some results. Why you should not? Because SEM now, if you remember, we talk about organic marketing and the paid marketing, I said you should mix it because once your money is done, when the budget is done, you don't have good budget with paid marketing, you won't really go far. So that's why it's good as a marketer to know how to do this too, the paid option and the free option, so that you can scale your business or your client's business. Now, why use SEM? Why use SEM? That's search engine marketing. Number one is instant traffic for new business. You can actually get instant traffic, you can get calls, you can get leads, you can get sales for any new businesses. Okay. Now, the second point is that it's highly targeted based on search intent. So we are not just showing house to any kind of person. We are showing house to people that the intention is finding an information about something or finding something to buy about something. So for people sending buy bed or bed now, there are likely people who want to buy bed, or people searching for mobile phone or iPhone. There are people that are likely to buy an iPhone. And if your ad is shown at the top page, they're likely to see your ad and patronize you. And also, I said you only pay when people click your ad, PPC money. So you can pay when most people maybe they click to your website, they fill a form and stuff like that. So you can actually pay using different metrics with SEM. Okay. So it's great for time sensitive campaign. So if you are running a campaign, maybe a lead, you want to get sold out, so you can start using paid marketing to actually run your business. Okay. So what is social media marketing? The paid version. That we once talk about social media marketing, where I said that was a free option using social media platforms, social media to promote your product or service without paid ads. Now this is the paid option, right? As I said, it's running ads across social platforms to reach your target audience. Okay, and there are some platforms that do this very well: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, X, now called X now. Now, targets based on, you can target people based on their age, location, interest, behavior, and the like. So you focus is always on where your audience spend time most of the time. So that's social media. But most people are online. By the way, if you want to really learn data marketing, want to learn SEO, we're actually taking students who want to, become high-paid data marketer or SEO specialist. So you can call the number on your screen, or you can go to nightdigitalacademy.com, and also in the description is going to see a form you can fill out to contact us directly to to take you through our training. And also we take online and physical training. So whether you are not in Lagos or in Lagos, you can come to our physical training to take you to do this practically with us. Okay, so let's continue, right? So why display ads? Okay, now we have it's good for branding. Now we've talked about the display, one of the options. So we have it's good for branding and awareness, reach people outside search or social media. It's personalized area conversion sharing site owners. And what I'm trying to say here is that sometimes you might want to reach out people that's not on search, not on social media. Maybe they are visiting an app that they like. Maybe they are visiting a website that they like. All those apps that pop up within that platform or within that channel is what we call display ads. Okay. So we have to do advertising as well. Now, this is promoting your business using video content, and this primarily refers to YouTube ads. And also, it can also be available in display ad and social media ads. Formats on YouTube, we have the skippable. That's one that you have to skip. There's one that is not skippable, and we have bumper in video ads and the like. In video ads, all those ads that you see while you're watching a video on YouTube that is popping up. Those are stuff like that. So best for storytelling and product and demos. Okay, so this is video advertising. Now, those are the channels that you can actually start using with paid marketing. And the last one, of course, is e-commerce advertising. So they are paid promotion inside online marketplace. So you can see Jumia can decided to do if you are maybe a business on Jumia, they promote your products and stuff. I gave some Amazon platform here, Amazon, Flipkart. So sponsor posts appear at the top of search results. Pay for better visibility among competing products. Pay for seasonal sales and product launches. All right. So I'm going to be moving on to each one of these uh, platforms. You understand, to be able to understand what paid marketing is. Okay. So the first one is search engine marketing. We've talked about search engine marketing, that is the process of using search engine to promote your product or service. And the best way of doing this is using Google Ads, because Google Ads is a search engine, and most people are actually using Google Ads. So we're going to be talking about how to use Google Ads to do this, right? The first thing is introduction to Google Ads. Okay, now Google Ads is Google's paid advertising platform for showing ads on search results, YouTube, Gmail, and partner website. You're going to be seeing some ads when you search for something on Google. Those are Google ads. Yeah, and you're going to be seeing something like it's sponsored, something like called sponsored. So those are Google ads. So it's part of paid marketing. It offers quick, targeted results. Work alongside with organic marketing. Now, we SEO specialists would like to actually run Google Ads because it actually, it gives more value to us. When you are showing up on Google, you're also ranking on Google. It kind of give us, you know, that's that results faster. Okay. So the popular because of Google massive search on now. Google has billions of users, people searching millions of people searching per day. So you can actually reach your target audience, people that are looking to buy your product on Google as fast as possible. So why use Google Ads? Okay, uh, you can reach people actively searching for your offer. Those are people searching online social media marketing. I'm still going to talk about those people. Most people are not, with social media marketing, most people just find all those users just find your ad maybe through the interests, their interests, understand. But with Google Ads, those people are actively searching for your product. That means they're searching for something relating to your product or service. You understand? For someone searching for house rent now on Google now, is likely looking for house for rent in a particular location. You get the idea now, and if your ads tailor to them, your ads going to be shown to them, and if they saw the offer that okay, this offer is good, they trust you, they like this to buy from you. So Google has You can actually reach people actively searching for your offer. And then we talk about flexible targeting by keywords. So you can target people like, okay, anybody is searching for bed, anybody searching for bed, make my house to show to them. Anybody searching for mattress, make my house shown to them. Okay, so you can target people by the location. That means that, okay, let's say you are running like physical location. You understand? You have a store, but you don't want, maybe you don't want people from another state to be seeing your ad, because of course there's a way you can actually set. You can set people. You can set by the people that is inside, that is in that and location, not outside location. You can also set by device, demographics, and the like. And also, Google Ads have multiple ads formats for different groups. So you can actually set. You can set it to be. You can do display Google. You can set by display ads, you can set by YouTube ad, different ad formats that you can actually use with Google Ads. And also you can have full control over budget and scheduling. That's the sweetness of paid ads. So you can actually set it, and if you see it's not performing, you can actually pause it as well. You get the idea now. So now main Google Ads campaign, right? We have the search ads, test ads. Those are test ads in Google search results, okay? And then we have the image or video banner ad on websites, Gmail. Sometimes you see all those ads on your Gmail. And then we have shopping, all those product listing for e-commerce. We have video ad, to payroll, all those, we have different files. We have the skippable, we have non-skippable, we have bumper, we have video ad and stuff like that. And we have app ads, all those promote apps and engagement. Those are different kind of ads for different goals we have on Google Ads. Okay, and also we have performance ad, performance max. Now, performance max is when you don't want to speak, you don't want to pick any one of this campaign. So Google is going to show your ads. So anybody that is searching for your product or service in between these campaigns, you get the idea. In between these campaigns, okay. So let's talk about Google Ads search campaign. Okay, so as I said here, for example, when you search for buy bed, let me show you a live example of what I'm trying to say. If you go to ads.google.com, even if you just search for Google Ads, you're going to see it at the first page. So you just click on it. So you're going to land somewhere here. You can see drive sales with Google, stand out with Google Ads. Google Ads give you many ways to be seen with performance ads. You can see we have the search now. This is going to appear on search. You can see this. So start with search. And most people, this is what I advise most people, that they start with search, because of course, people are actively searching, and of course that's even the best. That's how they started, using the search ad. So you can see help drive sales or lead or whatever by getting your business in front of people who are actively searching Google for your product or service you offer. So as I said here, so hands at the top are marked sponsored. You're going to be seeing something like sponsored. It depends on what you are searching. You might search maybe real estate, house house for sale in Lagos. I don't know whether there's an ad under this, but anytime you search for something on Google and you want to know whether it's an ad, you're going to see something like sponsor. They're going to tag it as sponsor. Okay, there's no ad under this right now. But if I say, let's say UK now, I'm very sure in UK there will be a lot of ads in UK. Okay, there's no ads showing. Let me see ads for rent in UK. Okay, Google is looking at. Okay, well, let me search another place. Ads for rent in UK. In UK. Okay, you can see sponsored. You can see these are text ads that is showing at the top of your search results. Okay, so that's just it. So users recently, users searching are ready to take action. Most people that are searching for these queries are likely to take action, like very converting. We receive leads sales from Google. The reason why they convert is because they have that search intent, they have that intention of taking an action, of knowing something. You get the idea. So it's ideal for services, local business, B2B, etc. So you can use Google Ads campaign for this. And I'm going to show you how to do that very soon on inside the Google Ads dashboard. And the second one is display network. As you can see here now, if you search display network, it shows like this. So this one is happening when you go on a website now, and you're going to be seeing some ads that pop up in within those websites. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let me share a popular website first. I just want to show you how the display ads going to be happening. I don't know why it's not okay. Okay, okay. Let me allow ad. Okay. So you're going to be seeing some ads that are popping up. These are display ads that show in within websites or apps or any stuff. You can see the ads are loading, but they're going to load. So those are display ads that show in within, you know, blogs, news sites, Gmail. And when you go on your Gmail, you're going to be seeing all those ads that are popping up. Those are display ads, okay? And then we have what we call shopping now. If you check here now, offer of your inventory shop when people are shopping with visually engaging product listing and let them know what you have in stock to them. So it's something that's going to like if you check on the call, you know, if you have like this is going to appear, you're going to put the price and stuff like how we charge for bed, right bed now. So you can see something like this as well. So okay, and then we have what we call video advertising. This is mostly run on YouTube. You know, I'm using YouTube Preview without I'm showing you an example. But if you see here, you know, all those ads that come up when you kind of when you're trying to watch a video, all those ads that pop up maybe before you watch the video. You know, we have different kind of ads on YouTube, like 5 types or so. We have the skippable, we have the non-skippable, we have bumper ads, we have in-video ads, and the like. So you can actually implement this. If you want people to actually watch your ad, it has to be like 5 seconds. That you have them to watch your ad. You want people to skip your ad. All those guys, you want people to your ads to show in between while they are watching video. In videos ads, you can see here now. Boost awareness for your brand, follow up with formal reviewer, blah blah blah. So this is video ad campaign. And then we have what we call app. Of course, you have apps that you want to, you can also do that on Google Ads. And you can see here now, give people who are likely, who are interested in your app like yours to try. That's why sometimes you know, when you are searching for something on Google and you come across this an app, this is how it's going to look like in between all the search results. And people can download, even on website, it can appear in most places. Okay, so you can appear in search, Google search, Play Store, YouTube display, and it can appear on website, can appear anywhere, provided that that uh, uh, you set it that way. Okay, so I think let me post this. Okay, so let me show you how to create. Let me show you how to create your own Google Ads account. Right? I think we missed something. Yeah, I'm coming. Okay, so let me go show you how to create your Google Ads account. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to just search for Google Ads. Okay, so just click on this. Just click on the first one. Now, I'm not using any accounts. So they're going to ask you to sign in your account. You need to have a Gmail account, whether a Gmail or a professional Gmail, but we want with Gmail, okay? So you can sign in. So they're going to ask you your details and the likes, and I'm going to create new Google Ads accounts. So it's not that hard now. This is going to pop up. Now, a lot of people are saying that they want to skip all this kind of stuff. Now, before, Google sometimes make you to skip without any kind of stuff. But they just want you know, before they don't want anybody just to create an account without running ads. That's why sometimes they kind of ask of you to fill out this information, okay? Now, you're going to ask, create your first campaign. Okay, you can say just create your first campaign, and they're going to ask you how do you want to be. Now, the reason why this is showing is because I have a client that I've added, you know, that is in this Google My. It's one of our clients in the UK for SEO. You understand? So select different option. You can, you know, direct people to your website, and I'm going to put our website, Nigeria Academy. So you just put your website there. And also you can pick, you know, you can pick this Google My Business. If you have a Google My Business, you can actually run it. And you can pick your website. You can also pick your business number. So they're going to ask you what's the country where you are from. And let's say Nigeria. So this is when you want your house to, you know, they want to have your data so that when you are creating your app, your number will be showing up. So if you want want your user to go to your website, can do that. If you want add your phone number to be appearing, or you want to people to call you, you can also add it there. But let's use our website as an example, right? And also the app download, of course. If you have an app that you want to promote, you can actually use that as well. So we're going to be using our website, and then you click on next. They're going to review the website. They'll just scan through what it is, right? They will scan through what it is. Now they ask me if I should link my Google My Business. I just keep. I understand. I just keep. Now they're going to ask you the goal. What is your goal? Now if you're just starting, it depends on what you want to do. But if you're just starting, you can just click, you know, main purpose, maybe purchase. Uh, okay, so then I ask you, okay, what would it like? Most of the time I choose lead. It depends on what you're doing. Most of the time I choose lead. So you can pick the contacts. Okay. You can say, okay, anybody that entered, you can say they're asking, enter the URL that someone reaches after they successfully fill a form. By the way, this can look blurry for you, but if you want to really learn Google Ads, you want an academy that will teach you the step-by-step Google Ads technique that is working for us, for our clients as well, for our students. Join the training. You can call the number or go to the website, and we'll be delighted to have you on board. If you're not in Lagos or you're in Lagos, we are ready to help you get started. Okay. So you can just say contact. You can use contact, and then you click on the next. You can also skip if you don't want. You can click on next. I'm just telling you to create a campaign, and of course, it's going to save and it's loading up. So you are still creating your campaign. So define who sees the ad. So they're going to ask you, okay, who are the people do you want to see your ad? Do you want like people in Lagos? Do you want what are the search phrases that people are searching when they search your ad and stuff like that? You can also create all this stuff. You can maybe, for example, SEO training in Lagos, or data marketing in Lagos. So I'm just creating this out of the blue. It's not, so just click on next, or data marketing training in Lagos. Uh, so the next one is going to carry you that the keywords. Which products are you advertising, things time, blah, blah, training and certification, essential, line education, blah, 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 ready to make your products. So they're just giving me different select page to enhance, blah, blah, blah. You can skip this. So this is, now they're going to ask you your headlines. You can actually pick 3 headlines here. You can pick 3 headlines, and you can just put anything you want to put, right? You want to put, you can see they saw one of our Instagram pages, I mean our Instagram posts, and you can actually create all these, so just fill out your description. Sometimes they can even give you some subscription, I mean some description for you. They'll just fill out for you something that best represents you, and you can actually edit it by yourself. You can even ask ChatGPT to create headlines that will convert. You can see 15. You can just pick 3, and it's going to be appearing. You can see how it's going to be appearing on Google. For example, now if I said become a certified digital marketing expert. Okay, this one is too long. Okay, you can say digital marketing training. So you can just put something that is within 30 characters, and just keep on. They'll give you some examples here. You can actually use. So just use them and just use them. So it's showing you how it's going to appear on different platforms. It's just like how you are setting up Facebook ads, which we're still going to talk about. And then we talked about just choose different one that is actually befitting you. Okay. And this one will be like become a certified digital marketing in 8 weeks. You can just create description as well. You can create that as well. So they're going to give you some suggestion and the likes. You can also edit it. You can pick different. You can see I have like 5 headlines. I mean description to pick, and they have like 15 lines to interchange. And also you can see our images. Now this is images that they extracted from our account. So you can kind of pick one and say, okay, I want to pick this. You can see how it's going to appear. I want to pick this. I want to pick that. Maybe on how it's going to appear, or maybe on website. You can see how it's going to appear. This one is not there. This one is okay. Let's use this one. So it's going to appear like this on people's websites. Okay, let me just. So you can actually pick different one, and all those site links are you don't really need it right now. This is just like beginners how to get started and the like. So they won't allow me to continue because okay, they won't allow me to continue. I fill out so the next one they're gonna ask you is I highlighted some of the information here. As I said, we have strong, clear line, complete, compelling description, use a call for action, keyword, relevance, add images if you understand. So there are some images you want to add. And also keyword target, you can use Google Keyword Planner, the one we talked about in our previous, at the beginning of this training, to find the keywords that is relating to you that people are actually searching as well. And of course, location targeting. Now they're going to ask you, okay, so they're asking me to fix some issues because of, so they'll tell me to fix, okay, landscape, which one do you want to pick? Um, just, just pick one of them, okay? Let's pick one of them. And so the business name is Digital Academy. So now if you are starting from the campaign, this is just like when you are creating an account and like, so they want you to create a campaign, call to action, automated. So you can use get codes, whatever you want to use, things that a few people will likely want to use. So you just click on, I don't want to, bore you with the, okay, this one is select, let me select suggested logos. So, let's see, continue. They're still, okay, they want me to, I don't want to bore you with this, so I'm just going to click on anyone, and so they need the landscape, of course, and a square. This is not a landscape. This is they are looking for something like this, okay, and a square. Okay, so let's see if they will allow us to continue. Okay, they're not allowed us to continue. So they're having issues because I don't want to fill out. I don't really want to waste your time, creating all this stuff. But that's how you're gonna have to create your account. Now, while you're creating your account, they'll ask you to fill your location and the likes. And when you start creating it, you're gonna see something like this. Okay. So this is just the beginners, setting up your ad. If you want more video on, Google Ads, you just, comment that you want more videos. We'll be creating more videos for you in the future as well. So, so you're going to fill out your location because after the keyword targeting, the next is location and for budgeting. You can spend like 2,000 per day and like so. And of course, the tracking. So you're going to be seeing how your ad is actually performing. I want to log into my own. The network's kind of bad today. So So after that time, it's for you to create an account. That's what they need you to do. Before you can even script all this stuff. You can, you are using a performance ad. That's why it's showing like that. And performance can use all of these fictions. Sometimes you might even want to use only Google search campaign. So I want to skip this, but sometimes they will not allow you to skip. You can see after you've created your ad, they'll ask you, uh, you know, they'll ask you your payment details. That means you need an account, uh, to fill out your information. Okay, so I just want to show you how you don't want to follow that process. After you create your account, you're going to be seeing something like this. You're going to be seeing something like this. And that is when you can actually pick, okay, oh, I don't want to pick performance. I don't want to pick, I want to choose search campaign. Like it's only when people search for your ads on Google that you want your ads to show up. But most people, if you don't have a good budget, you can use performance. But you don't have good budget, you can pick one. So you can see something like with say new campaign. This is how most of your ads going to look like after you've created your account. So you're going to be seeing something like this. So you're going to see something. What is your objective? You want to get sales lead, website traffic, blah blah blah. Like most now, this means that most people are likely to convert. Most people that try to turn to lead, maybe not buy later. People that are likely to visit your website and likes. So you can create a campaign. Create a campaign without guidance. So you can leave all this and let you know Instagram, Google does their stuff. So when you create it, you're going to see search, performance, demand gen, display. Now, if I just start, most of what you're going to pick in search, because of course, it's easy to get started with search. So if you speak search, you only want to, work on that aspect. Okay. So anytime someone search for a query, your ad is going to pop up that search for you. And then we have performance that is showing that's performance we're creating here. You understand? I don't want to really take my time I don't want to bore you with the technical part of it. That's why I, I'm not creating all this stuff because this is a new account. So demand gen, display, if you remember, we talked about display showing on websites, blogs, news sites, apps, and like shopping video app and like. This one was just newly created. Now, the story thing is that Google keep on adding more cap, but this ad started. This is major one that I just pick. You get the idea. So, so if you're just creating your account, they're going to ask you after you create your campaign, you can see this is the step. The step is that you choose a performance match, you've added the business information, you create your campaign, you choose a goal, hashtag, create ads, set business strategy, set budget, how much you want to spend in and like, enter payment details. So they're gonna ask you for your payment details. So you can start with 2,000 per day to start and test or not. Okay. But if you want more videos on Google Ads, okay, and if you want to do all this stuff practical with us, you want to really know how to do this properly, make sure you call the number or visit the website to enroll in our data marketing training, whether online or physical. Okay, so that's all about Google Ads now. So this is just for beginners. I don't want to bore you. I don't want to confuse you on that. So let's move on to social media marketing. We've talked about organic method. We've talked about using SEO, content marketing, and the like, social media marketing, posting content. Now we are moving, and we talked about the Google Ads that is part of paid marketing. Now we're moving on to social media marketing. Okay. Now social media marketing, they have different platform. We have Facebook and Instagram ads, which can actually target by interest, demographics, the location where they are. And also we have the LinkedIn ads, you can target by job title, industry, and a lot of different metrics there. And then we have YouTube ads target by channels or video topics. That means that of course you can target people by the kind of videos they're watching and the likes. So now the first one we're going to be talking about is the Facebook and Instagram, now called Meta Ads. That company is now called Meta Ads. So Meta Ads are paid promotion across Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp. Using Meta's targeting algorithm to reach the right audience. I think for now, I'm not sure you can target people on thread. Facebook Meta just have a new account. They are trying to compete with Twitter, X, and now have thread. But right now, they are not. I'm not sure they are actually pushing ads to thread right now. But I'm very positive that in the nearest future they'll start pushing ads to those places as well. So it's good for push marketing. That means action proactively. Most people that are on social media are not actually looking for ads. They are not looking for ads. They're just scrolling to see their friend like a post, like his follows, follow his celebrity. But ads keep on showing, popping on their face like that. That's the difference even between Google Ads and social media marketing. But it's do well because when Google, I mean Facebook doesn't just show anybody any kind of ad. They show ads to people that have likely showed interest, that have likely, you know, show interest in what you are selling. I mean, in what you are selling. Whether they follow a particular page, commented, all those type of stuff. They track every activities you have on their platform, even TikTok as well. So it's based on user interest, clicks, purchases to be done over Instagram DM, over when you visit the website, all those stuff, and the behavior. So they track every stuff. So they can use methods to generate leads, sales, brand and awareness, just like Google has, and also can be managed by the Meta Business Suite. That's central control. Okay, so now what's Meta Business Suite? Okay, it's a central tool for Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp. We call it formally, it's formally called Facebook Business Manager. Okay, so the feature is that you can run out some multi-platform on the place. You can analyze performance on the place. You can manage messages, comments, schedule. Let me show you how it is here. If you go on here, this is how it's going to appear. This is our Night Academy, and you can see this is how it's going to look like. Okay, so this is how your business suit is going to look like, and then that's how it's going to look like. So the objectives of Meta ads, we have the leads and sales, just like Google has as well, especially for e-commerce, when you're selling products on your website. Engagement, likes, comments, but I'm going to show you how to do that for now. Okay, for example, now, this is your business suite. As I said, this is where you are in charge of every other stuff. Like this is where you do everything now. Business suite, your Instagram, your Facebook is connected. You can see our Instagram account, 2,500 followers. 86,000, 86 followers and likes. I can see a lot of comments that we've had over the years. So that's it. Now, for you to do that, you need to have a Facebook account to actually start running ads on Facebook. That's priority. Of course, you can't run ads without having an account with them. So when you have an account, you just search for Facebook Business. You can even install it on your app. If you have an app, if you have, I know you should just install, just search for Business to have access to this business suite. Okay, you can just search for Facebook business and you just click on the first one. It will not appear on this platform. Now, your home might not look like this because probably you've not created an ad before. You don't have a Facebook page and like. But if you have a Facebook page, you're going to be seeing something related to this. Okay, so this is where you're going to be running your ads. I'm going to be showing you how I do it here. Now we have all these boxes here. We have the inbox. These are all the inbox. These are all the messages that you are receiving both on Instagram and both on Facebook page. And we have the lead center. This is mainly for all those, when you want to receive leads and stuff like that. So we have the content, your planner. You can also plan content. You can schedule content here, and also you can see ads. So you can also earn ads directly from it, but I don't advise people to run directly from this place, right? You can use all tools here. You can just click on these all tools, and you're going to see something like you're going to see your advertise. You can see ads limit package, ads manager. It's good to run your ads from ads manager. The reason why I advise you run your ads from ads manager is because if your Facebook profile is banned, all your ads manager, all those business accounts is gone. So you should run ads from business account. In case of any issues come up, it's a business account. Your Facebook profile is still active with that. By the way, if you want to learn this practically with us, just call the line. The phone number of Business Nigeria Academy. We'll be delighted to have you on board. Whether you want to learn online or physical with us in Lagos, we'll be delighted to have you on board. So you're just going to go to Ads Manager here, and it's going to load up, and this will load. Let's keep loading. So the network is kind of poor. Okay, so you know, see something like this. Now your home might not be like this, but yours, of course. But if you don't want it, just make sure you create a business portfolio, I'm not going to be creating a business portfolio in this video. Maybe in the future videos, I'm going to be creating it. But create a business portfolio for your own, that way you'll be running your ads, and you're going to be learning everything at Nigeria Academy anyway. So now this is how it's going to be. You have the campaigns, you have the assets, you have the ads. You can just click on create. And when you click on create, you can see awareness, you can see traffic, you can see engagement, leads, sales. Now you can see it's ascend. So this one will be cheaper, of course. It's called awareness. Most people just see your ad. They are not likely to convert. You understand? It's not. It's people that just see ads. Just normal people. You can see the advantage here now. Reach about our video views. This one is traffic. Most people that are likely to visit your profile, Instagram profile. Engagement, leads, ads, promotion, sales. So just like how we did Google Ads, you can also do the same on Facebook ad as well. Just that the setting, their own ad structure is kind of different. Okay, so let's start with, let's say for example you want to generate leads, you want to generate leads. So you can see website and Instagram Messenger, blah blah blah, calls. Just click on continue, right? Just click on continue. Let me go back to where I said. So you just click on continue, and you can see manual or now all these settings, all this name doesn't really matter. But me, I love picking manual. I love taking control over my ad campaign. I don't want Facebook to just do what they want. You understand? So I kind of just pick this, and then you're gonna you see something like a campaign name. You can name your campaign in what you are selling. So if, for example, if you are selling, for example, mattress, or you are selling bed, or whatever you are selling, maybe you are selling cars. You can just put in your campaign. The reason why is you should name your campaign to something you can identify with what you are selling is because you might have created a lot of campaigns and might not be able to see, which one, maybe after like a month, might not be able to, categorize them very well. That's why it's good to actually just name you something that you can actually, remember, something that can actually, okay, that this ad was for this purpose, this ad was this purpose. That's naming, why naming convention is actually good. So just go to cast campaign and click on list new leads. And you can just click on paste. Now they have start form. Now you can just click on website and calls, or a single website. You can just say, okay, it's only people that want to visit my website. Let me see, websites that want to target. Now they're going to ask you all these metrics. I don't want to go through all these metrics step by step because it's going to be long. Maybe from time on and on, I'll be creating more videos to elaborate on Facebook ads, Google ads, and like. But if you want to learn this practically with us, make sure you call the number or fill the form in the description. I'll be delighted to have you on board. So we have the budget and the schedule and like. You just target. You can start with 2,000 per day. It doesn't matter. And now the placements. Now the placements, you can, they picked an advanced placement from the advantage. You can put a manual placement. You can say, okay, I don't want my ads to show on thread. You can see you can even show ads on threads now. I mentioned that they have threads now. So they have this audience network, they have Messenger. So you can say, okay, I want to only show my ads to Facebook, I want to only show my ads to Instagram. You can pick. You can say, you can even leave it and let Facebook does their thing. So I don't want to go through every step of this process. So just going to click on next. And now this is where you create your ad. Now this your ad, of course, you need your Facebook page to create your ad. So if you haven't created your Facebook page account, it's easy, it's not hard. Just go to your Facebook page. If you check their website, you can even see how to set up a Facebook page. So they're going to guide you how to set up a Facebook page. Create a page. Then they're going to log into your account to create a page. If you have issues creating a page, you can just comment and say, can you create this kind of videos, and we'll create it for you, right? So now you need a page. Because I'm running ads to Instagram as well, that's why my Instagram is there. If I did not choose as my placement, if I did not choose Instagram, it will not show my Instagram page. Now the thread profile, you can see thread profile as well, and then manual placement, blah blah blah. And then we have send website to which land. Do you want to send people to the contact, the landing page? You understand? Like a form where they will fill the form or something, or a landing page that will have to read about your offer. and like we have the ad creatives. Now let me explain with theory here. We have different meta ads formats. We have the image and video ads, which appear in feeds and stories. So that means that there's some kind of uh, video that you should be doing so that you can set properly in Facebook. So we have the carousel ads. This one will be showing multiple products in one ad. Collection and highlight the product, blah blah blah. Story ad, full screen. Now let me show you here. This is what I'm saying. You can see we have the single video, of we have the carousel, we have the collection, and like. So you can actually create the one that so you can upload it. You can if you choose an image now, you can say, okay, I want to upload this image ad. Okay, so I'm going to upload this image ad. Okay, okay, it's loaded. So so for example now, let me pick one of our training. Or training. Okay, let me see this. So you can see become a SEO data marketing. You can actually pick different one depending. So the one you want to pick is one you should. Let me see Instagram images. Okay, learn SEO digital marketing. So you can actually pick this learn SEO digital marketing. I don't know why it's not loading. It's supposed to load. Network is making it okay. Okay, so we can see that on vertical, it's not. That's why sometimes some people say the designs you have on like this. Let me show you an example. Let me show you an example. You can pick a variation. You can replace this with another one so that it can be long. This is what I'm trying to say. Because how it will appear on maybe on stories will be different from how it will appear on feed. This one is mostly appearing on feed. This one mostly on videos and stuff like that. So you have to make sure that it's diagonally, this fix is okay. And then you're gonna have some test. What is your primary test? Okay, become a data marketer, become a certified uh, data marketing expert in 8 weeks. So now this is your airline. You can write more description, and they're gonna ask you, okay, uh, when you want to learn more, the call to button is going to. Now, once to do all this stuff, it's going to appear like this. You can see because I not put an, it's going to appear like this. It's going to appear like this. So you can see the campaign. We have this campaign. The ad set. This is the ad set. So that is how to actually create your Facebook ads account and how to get started with Facebook. Okay, I said the first thing I'm going to do is create a Facebook page. Go to Meta business account. Business suite. You can also do this on your mobile as well, but you can. But as I said, mobile is kind of limited. If you have a desktop, do it from there. Choose your objective lead, sales, awareness, name your campaign and select category. Now, let me be factual that if you want to get leads, if you go and pick traffic, they are not likely. See, this is how it works. If you pick people that are likely to like your comments, like your video, that's what Google and that's what Instagram or Facebook will show. You understand? It's not going to be, most people make the mistake. They say, when I pick this kind of campaign, I might get leads. You have to be thinking differently now as a marketer. Google, Facebook knows the people that like to buy. They know people that search. They are tracking every activities. So when you see the lead campaign, they will show how to people that are likely to turn to leads. You get the idea now. So don't be overguessing with Facebook ad. So you can, of course, you can create your Facebook ad, on set, okay? So we're talking about AI for marketing productivity. Now we have AIs, a lot of AIs that are actually, improve your marketing. And unlike before that, we have to hire a lot of marketers, a lot of copywriters to craft our email, all the stuff. Now we have ChatGPT, we have Gemini, we have Grok, Perplexity, a lot of AI tools that can actually use to do your market research. Okay, so we can use AI in marketing? Well, it can help you to speed up repetitive tasks. Okay, you can use even ChatGPT Pro can help you to give you a very good marketing effort. Now, see all this AI now are not there to take your job. As a marketer, all these AI are there to enhance your marketing performance. It will help you to get things done more faster. And also, you can even improve campaign accuracy. Sometimes you can go on ChatGPT and say, okay, I have this issue with this. I'm trying to run this out to the kind of people. What should I do? What campaign can I pick? And it's going to answer you, and you can test and run. Because this ChatGPT, all these AI tools, now they are using data from a lot of people's what they've done, what they've tested. So when you ask these questions as a marketer, you just tell, okay, as a professional marketer, I'm trying to run this. What should I do? It's going to give you a very informed decision, informed advice on what to do. Okay, you can also personalize customer experience. You can tell them, okay, you are targeting so and so kind of people. How can you make it? You understand? How can you make me, how can you do it in a way that, okay, this will speak to the right people. If you remember the major, the reason of marketing, right? Marketing is, the ability to get to the right people with the right message at the right time. The marketing message has to be intact. So you can actually personalize and tell ChatGPT or any AI tool and say, okay, I'm trying to sell something to this kind of people. How can I make it personalized so that they know that they'll know that I'm speaking to them directly. I'm not speaking to any kind of person. And also, it can help you to save research and content creation time. So AI in campaign research. So whether you want to run your Google ads, whether you want to run your Facebook ads, you can use AI to actually do this, right? So you can generate audience insights from customer data, predict trending topics in your industry. There are tools for it. So sometimes you just need to learn how to use all these AI tools very well. And if you really want to do it practically with us, you can come to Nine Digital Academy. We're all taking students right now to learn digital marketing SEO. Whether you're online or physical, we are here to help you, become a certified digital marketer in 8 weeks. So you can use Google Trends, ChatGPT, SEO. These AI tools will make you to make an informed decision. Will make you to make you an experienced marketer, not just thinking from your head. The marketer doesn't just think from their head; they think with data. That's why data analysis is very common right now because you have to clean, you have to make it a meaningful information. You understand my point? So you can also use AI for content creation. We talk it in SEO, where I say you can use it to write high copy, blog posts, emails that are performing well. But you're not just post and say, hey, ChatGPT, I want you to create this for me. You have to make sure that you know what you want. You need to have, because is anything you tell all this AI that will give it back to you. So you need to learn how to prompt all this stuff very well. And also create product location in bulk. You can also create, whether you have an e-commerce website and you don't want to be writing this product description one by one, you can tell ChatGPT or AI, all those tools, to help you to craft all this product description one by one. Provided, you understand, provided that you know what you are doing, you know what you want, you know who you are serving. You get the idea. So there are a lot of tools here. Can you just buy high, copy high, ChatGPT, etc. Now I'm going to be talking about is resume building. Now, after you learn all these digital marketing, of course, you need to learn how to get jobs. And of course, there's nothing like, most of the time, people are going to ask you, send me your CV, send me your CV. So you need to learn how to build a resume, a very great resume, you understand, so that you know that anybody that is coming to as for your CV, is you have what it takes already. Now, there are some things I want you to learn, teach you about optimizing resume. Okay. Now, marketing jobs are very competitive. So if you're in the marketing industry, it's a very competitive line. So recruiters use ATS, that's application tracking system, to filter resumes. So AI can actually make your resume ATS friendly. What does this mean? It means that, for example, let's say someone is looking for an SEO specialist. You go on LinkedIn now and you see some people hiring for SEO specialist, or hiring for email marketing specialist, or hiring a data marketing specialist. Now they will put some of the things that they want, and some of the things you have to be good. Now most people will just send their CV like that. No, most of the time you need to just create your resume in a way that uh, It will fit in what the description of what that person is actually looking for. Because most of these people have tools that they'll just upload your file and see some of the certain things they mention in their description, in their job description, and see whether it's there or not. So you need to make sure that you have all those certain keywords, all those certain things there. Okay. So how to use the resume for writing? Put your prescription into ChatGPT. It can be any other tool, but I like ChatGPT for now because ChatGPT is doing well, compared to other. So you need to just paste that job description into ChatGPT. Ask for an 8 years friendly version of your resume. Understand? So include keywords from the job description, key formatting, make it clean and simple. So ATS is just making you know, your resume very okay. Okay. So how to use resume, how to use AI for example, you can write a professional resume for a digital marketing role in Lagos, including a blah 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 blah. If you post it on ChatGPT, it's going to give you what it is. You can even you can copy the description of that person and tell ChatGPT to give you an 8 years friendly version of this. So that I can include some of the major things that the client is looking for inside your resume, inside your CV. So that will get things done for you. Now we are going to the end of the training. So what are the golden rules? And let's just wrap up our training. Okay. Number one, as a marketer, with this AI now, always track results. Always know how your campaign did the previous time. And also test different strategies. You don't just focus on one strategy and like, okay, this is gonna work, you have to work. Marketer doesn't do that. As a marketer, you have to test differently. You have to test with results. You have to test with data. If this doesn't get you this is likely to get you that. That's marketing for you. So blend AI automation with human credit. There are a lot of AI now that can actually help you to make you a very good performing marketer. So of course, focus on your audience, not just algorithm. At the end of the day, it's people that will buy you. It's not the algorithm. So you need to provide them what they are looking for and provide the best solution for them. That's all. You get the idea now, because a lot of people feel like, okay, I'll just say this thing to work. No, as a marketer, remember you are working with data. From now on, what you are doing now, you are working with data. You are not just working blindly as someone who doesn't know from his left and right, just want to get into the business. You are doing market research now. You have now become a very good, at least you have an experience in marketing now. You know that marketing starts with research. Okay? So common mistake to avoid: relying 100% on AI content without editing. Of course, most people will just, because we said we should be using AI, ChatGPT, they'll just go to ChatGPT and paste the content and it's just upload to their. People can see all these traces of AI and the likes. And the more people and the more people start seeing your content AI all the time, it makes it less human, relationship, like the friendliness starts reducing, and all the trust you'll be building with your content start reducing. Okay, so you should not ignore analytics data. Of course, data is your most important asset as a marketer. If you don't have data, you won't know what you are doing. You don't know whether what you are doing is even correct. You must track. It's tracking that will make you even become a better marketer. And also target everyone instead of a specific audience. Of course, you are not speaking to everyone. The people that want to lose weight might not be people, maybe it's still at home mom want to lose weight. You are not targeting someone that's maybe they are not, maybe you are targeting, for example, let's say you want to target stay at home mom that want to lose weight. You are not targeting men, married men. You understand? Why it may work, it's good to just target those people directly, because you are likely to see those people directly than targeting everybody and see maybe they'll tell the other person. No. Target people that you want to serve directly. And also not keeping up with platform shit now. As I said, all this Google, all this Instagram, all this Facebook ads, all this SEO, it changes. It is SEO changes the algorithm every time. What works in the previous 2 months might not work now. That's why you need to find a place that they'll be giving you an update information every now and then. That's why you need to subscribe to Niger Digital Academy page. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube video, our page, so that you can learn the new update that is going on from now henceforth. Okay, and also all these platform changes. You understand? Facebook used to change their interface almost every time. Before now, Google interface, Google Ads interfaces wasn't like that. But right now, it's like this. So it's changing here and there. Okay. So final words, digital marketing plus AI will help you to become a future-proof, skill person. Okay. So remember, AI won't replace you. People who use AI will replace those who don't. Okay. So make sure you start implementing today. That is the end of the video. I hope I've been able to help you, start your digital marketing journey. So this is for beginners. If you want to become an expert, you want to master digital marketing, make sure you call the number on your screen. Make sure you call the number on your screen or visit Niger Digital Academy. There's also a link in description. You can also fill the form and we'll get in touch with you. So if you're looking to learn digital marketing or SEO in Lagos, whether you are online or not or you are not in Lagos, Niger Digital Academy is the best place to be. So I hope that you have the best experience in learning about digital marketing. If you have any questions or any video that you want us to do in the future, we can drop in the comments. Please kindly like the video, comment, share to your friends, and share the link to your friend. And we appreciate you for that. Thank you very much.